Hey, Cammy, you're the only one that was hearing me because I was not live. What's going on, girls? It's free for all, baby. It's the real deal, Papa. We're going to be having a trippy good time tonight, yo, yo. It's going to be live, all the way live. Got the candles lit, some incense. We're going to be off the chain. Off the chain. What do I think this scent? I don't know. You know, Jaden says it smells like the medicine that she has to take. It's got a medicinal smell to it. What is interesting about it, and for those just joining us, hey, what's going on? I mean, you're just joining us because I just started. Just got this the other day, I guess a few days ago. And what's interesting about it is that obviously you can see that, I'm going to let you see this. See how it melts so fast? It's very, it melts very fast, but it's a soy wax. So it's not one of those scenarios where, anyway, let me say hello to all these people here. Give me just give me a second. All right, Cammy, what's going on, girl? I see you got your slime. We're going to be talking about that tonight too. Not tonight during the show, but we're going to be talking about that at least during the pre-show. At least slime is. Let me tell you, the girls went off the chain. Now that slime is readily available. I mean, in nice pre-packaged jars and everything. You got sandalwood. This stuff right here, baby snow. Oh my gosh, it's baby powder scent and lavender, and it also has hemp seed oil and everything else. It's insane. Oh my gosh, it's so ridiculous. It's just, it comes with neat little logos. I decided hi to Cammy because Cammy was one of the first people that ordered it. There's a lot of folks on here that ordered it. The orders went out, and I think a lot of folks may already have it. But I know that Cammy got some today. She got some like yesterday, I believe it was. So that's awesome. She got a chance to try it out. Alfonso Starr in the house. What's going on, Alfonso? Matter of fact, a little tribute. Let's talk about Studio A for a second. This is the PRN alumni. You can get these candles at prnalumni.org. That's here's Jaden joining us. prnalumni.org. That is a very, very cool, super cool candle. And it smells really, really good. I was never in Studio A when they actually had these things going, so I don't know exactly what it smelled. But what I was going to tell you is that they use this soy wax. So when you dip your finger in the wax, it doesn't harden. It's almost like a lotion. It's a lotion. It's not wax. It's something really weird. So while it looks like it's melting quickly, what happens is when you blow it out, it just all just like solidifies back again. Obviously, a lot of people were saying, oh man, that's an expensive candle. It's like $40. But it lasts for a really, really long time. And on top of that, and you don't light it all the time. It lasts for a really long time. And of course, don't miss the point. It goes to a good cause. The cause being that it will help support artists and that used to be in the employ of Prince Rogers Nelson, hence the prnalumni.org. All different types of artists who may be upon hard times, which a lot of them are right now. And we're going to be talking about the Music Cares Challenge too with Bootsy Collins. This is one thing to help support artists, and the Bootsy Collins thing is another. But this is the PRN alumni candle. I want to show that off. We're going to be having a lot of fun tonight. It is a free-for-all. We're going to be playing some really, really cool deep tracks. As you can tell, we are already in deep track mode right now. Right now, we're not going to be playing like all kinds of crazy stuff, but we are playing quite a bit of craziness. That's Midnight Blues. We're playing that. We're going to be playing all kinds of really cool, crazy tunes. So if you want to tune in to the app, you can certainly do that. You can tune into the app, and it's going to be cool stuff. Anyways, let me finish saying hello to all these folks, and we're going to be talking. Alfonso, well, yeah, I meant to give you a shout out in the best way I know possible. This is the best way I know possible, Alfonso. I got these glasses from Alfonso. Alfonso gifted them to me. Alfonso, thank you so much for the very, very cool hip glasses, brother. I love them. If I could just get them in a prescription, it would be fantastic. I'd love to have these in a prescription because then I could actually read what's going on. Not only can I not read, but then on top of that, it's tinted, which makes it even worse. Sometimes I can just squint and make it, but it's these are awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. What did I want to do? Okay. So also, as you know, we have been, gotta scroll back up. Oh, we got to talk about all these things. Where is, all right. I wanted to do a huge shout out to, gosh, I keep getting, what do I think of the scent? It's great. Charlotte, hello. How are you? Alfonso, hello. Donna, hello. Leanne, hello. Angela, what's going on? Yes, it does smell. It smells good. It's very, very cool. It's very, very, very good smell. It's very awesome. Jill, hey, what's going on, Jill? Andre's in the house. Andre is still going with his, I guess he thinks this is a punchline. $40 up in smoke. Do not forget what it's for. You're not buying a candle. You technically are buying a candle, but you're getting something in exchange for helping to support people who are under the employ of Paisley Parker, Prince Rogers Nelson. So it's not just about buying a candle, but it's fine. Rodney, what's going on, man? Lenny's in the house. What's going on? Yes, that's the Garden of Eden. Let me tell you, Lenny makes mention of the Garden of Eden. There is an incense called Garden of Eden that is sold at Electric Fetus, the record store up in Minneapolis, and I actually was able to find the manufacturer of it and actually purchase it because I ran out and I was like, I gotta have some more of this. It's an amazing, amazing incense. It's called Garden of Eden, and it is incredible. And I'm gonna try to figure out a way to kind of resell it, maybe put it on Funkatopia so that you can actually purchase it. But it is so amazing. It's a really, really good. It's one of the best incense I've ever smelled in my life. But it's fantastic. Lisa, what is going on? What is going on? Susie, hello. Idrain, what's going on? Dawn, what's going on? Let's see, did I miss anybody? Michelle Bryant is in the house. Big, huge, amazing, fantastic, explosive, orgasmic, whatever. She doesn't know what that means. Just an explosion of thanks to Michelle Bryant. Michelle Bryant, as you know, we're doing the Bootsy Collins Music Cares Challenge, and we have come up with all this prize pack. This prize pack on that's on there, so that if you donate to Music Cares, for every $5 that you donate, you get an entry into win one of the prize packages for these prize packages that we have. And they include all kinds of stuff. I mean, I literally have a stack of stuff here that is going to this. And Michelle Bryant pulled from, like, all this stuff pretty much comes from my personal collection. Michelle Bryant decided she was going to do the same. And she decided that she was going to also donate from her collection. And she sent me, like, I mean, no joke, a stack of collector's magazines, all kinds of DVDs and videos. She sent me this DVD here. called Prince the Glory Year. She sent me this DVD. She sent me another big DVD as well. So we are going to be adding all these crazy things to Prize Pack 2 and Prize Pack 3. For those who did not, for whatever reason, didn't get an opportunity to donate, let me make sure that I include this here. I'm going to go ahead and type out the address here if you have not done it yet. But that is the URL. If somebody can copy that, and whenever I ask for it, if you guys can pop it up there again. We're not going to be spending all the time talking about on the pre-show talking about this stuff, but and I think that Patty may be joining us here in a little bit, so we'll be talking all the way through. But this is all the things that, I mean, literally, it is. Let me see if I can pull this up. It literally is. Gonna move this over. It literally is this stack here of stuff. I can't even. Oh, it's like literally this stack of stuff. This is just like one of the prize packs. This is like Earth, Wind, and Fire, the Eternal Dance box set. It's got like multiple books in here. You've got Dwayne Tudall's book, Prince of the Purple Rain Era Studio Sessions. You've got Morris Day's tour program, an original tour program. You've got DVDs in here and magazines and Funketeer bracelets, Funkatopia things, multiple art prints from Mary A. Johnson, multiple art prints, all this stuff. Plus on top of that, we're also doing a bunch of other stuff too. We're also doing the stuff that Michelle Bryant sent over. We are going to be taking some of those and putting them into Prize Pack 2 and Prize Pack 3. So if you have not donated, please make sure that you go to that URL that I just posted in the chat room. That URL is going to be the place where you are going to be able to go in order to donate. And when you donate, it's important that when you donate that you send us the receipt to shout at, you can either send it to shout@funkatopia.com or funkatopia@gmail.com. Either one, it doesn't matter. Shout at funkatopia.com or funkatopia@gmail.com. Either one, send us the receipt. And for every $5 that you donate, you get an entry. So if you donate $20, you get 4 entries. If you donate $100, you get 20 entries. It's basic math. So all that stuff is going to be in there. We got a massive prize package. I will update the prize pack because now it's got Earth, Wind, and Fire's Eternal Dance box set in it. It's got a DVD in it. The second prize pack is also changed as well because it also has, the other one also has Dwayne Tudall's book, got a bunch of collector's magazines, so tons of stuff. So you need to make sure that you donate. It's going to be amazing. And of course, you also get the glasses, a pair of Bootsy's glasses. I don't know where that went. A pair of Bootsy's glasses too. So we're going to talk about all those things. We'll talk about them in the 8 o'clock hour because I don't want to run through all the prizes and then have you guys having to do that again. But anyways, it's amazing. Let's see. Yes, the art prints are amazing. So please make sure we're going to talk about it. As soon as we cross over the 8 o'clock hour, we will be talking about it. It's going to be a free-for-all tonight. We're going to be talking about all types of things tonight and playing all types of whatnot. Now, here's the other thing I want to talk about while we're in the pre-show, because how much time do I have? Okay, good. I want to talk about this little girl back here and her friend Izzy have actually put together a website that is amazing. They actually have started making slime. A lot of you ordered them, and those orders went out on this past Saturday, so many of you probably have them. It is incredible, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Cami, I already know, Cami, you already got yours. You shared that you actually had them, but it's incredible. And Michelle Bryant says she's also sending another box of stuff as well. So Michelle, kudos to you. I can't even begin to tell you how thankful I am that you are donating to this cause and to help support musicians. But we're talking also about this slime right here is friggin' incredible. I don't want to open up a jar, but they've got 6 different types of slime, and all of them are therapeutic. So all of them have all of them have like hemp seed oil and argan oil and stuff. So, it helps to, with your joints, and it helps to, not your joints, Andre. It helps with your joints. It helps with your just physical therapy. And the scents are amazing. I mean, it's got lavender. I mean, there's they even made one for kids too. That's called Pink Sugar Power. That's actually, it's also still got hemp seed oil. So you can give it to your kids, but it's still got really medicinal qualities. They got sandalwood, lavender, all this stuff. This is my absolute favorite. This Tempting Tangerine. It's actually got tangerine scent and also Nag Champa, the Indian scent Nag Champa, which is like sandalwood, like some other scents as well. And it's still got the hemp seed oil and the argan oil, but it's amazing. These are incredible. And you can buy them on their website. They actually have been working really hard. You can got cute little logos on top. But you can go to slimeforadults.com. It's either slimeforadults.com, or you can go to, Cami says the smell is incredible. Yeah, it is. This stuff is just ridiculous. It's just the scent, and when you're playing with it, and it's addicting to play with. Anyways, they've got all this stuff. And you can go to slimeforadults.com or 2georgiagirls.com. That's TWO. It's spelled out 2georgiagirls.com. And you can order this stuff, and it's incredible. It's fantastic. I mean, if you like some of this, some of the medicinal stuff, especially things like hemp seed oil and things like that, it is friggin' incredible. I actually made my own. That's really just, if you just sit and just play with it and squish it. And this one I've been playing with like forever, but it is just addicting because you just sit and you just play with it. And it's just such a relief. It's such an awesome thing to play with. It's incredible. That would be an amazing idea. Susan says that the Salish Winds website actually sells Garden of Eden oils. We could add Garden of Incense oils to the slime, and that would be incredible. But you guys need to go and pick up some of this slime. It's fantastic. Again, it's 2georgiagirls.com, TWO georgiagirls.com, and pick up some of the slime. It is unreal. They have 6 different scents, plus they have 6 different scents, plus they have 2 more that are coming down the pike. There's one that's a patchouli oil, or patchouli scented one, again with hemp seed oil and everything. And the other one was, what was the other one? Oh yeah, apple spice. There was another one besides apple spice too. But there's like 2 or 3 more coming down the pike, but they've got 6 of them up there right now that are just ridiculous. Lemon zest is lemon lift is a really big popular one. Sandalwood is the other one, and that tangerine Nag Champa is stupid. It just smells ridiculous. It is friggin', oh my gosh. Yeah, Arlene, now that you say that about the Salish products, because that incense from them, that was one of Prince's favorite incenses that they sell at, we could incorporate that into the slime, it would be ridiculous. I am definitely going to consider going there and getting some of those oils and adding them to the slime, because this is an incredible idea. This is a special one they made for me. Obviously, it's purple, so it's going to be pretty friggin' amazing. Yes, there's all kinds of things going on. Tanya just made a really, really cool announcement about, and I want to, Tanya, don't stay with us, because I want to make sure that when we get to the news section of the actual show, I want to make sure that is in the mix. We talk about the Purple Paisley brunch that's got Something in the Water, the Ladies of the Park, which has got Jill Jones and Sue Ann Carwell and Ashley Tamar Davis. Tamar is a good friend of mine. I love her to death. Whenever I need somebody to just kind of bounce stuff off of, I love calling Tamar. She's a great person to talk to. But anyways, those are all the things that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the Music Cares Challenge. I gave you that URL. I'll also put in the URL for the slime also, because you have to check this out. It's just, you have to experience it. And as it's 2georgiagirls.com. And as Cami said, the scent is just ridiculous, and you don't recognize it, but there's a lot of medicinal stuff that's in it. So as you're playing with it, I know a lot of people. We actually had one that we've tested that has emu oil and menthol in it, and so my mother-in-law had broken her finger, and so she's been using it for not only physical therapy, but then she can also wrap it around her hand, and it actually helps to reduce inflammation, and the stuff is incredible. 2georgiagirls.com, all spelled out, 2georgiagirls.com. Get it because they have a very, very limited supply on a lot of this stuff. I mean, they can obviously make more, but this batch that they have right now is crazy. And everybody that ordered it over the past couple weeks, huge thank you. And your order went out on Saturday, so you probably either got it like Cammie did, or you are Jill. Yours is on the. If you ordered it in, can't remember whoever ordered it. All the orders are already out the door. They almost all went out on Saturday, but it's ridiculous. This stuff is insane. I love talking about it because it's such a cool idea, and she's a little genius mind. Karen said she bought her tickets last night for that Something in the Water event. It's going to be amazing. Aaron, you got it today. How you like it, Aaron? Oh, Aaron said he's using his slime right now. Awesome. Fantastic. Yeah, Karen, if Nag Champa is one of your favorite scents, you need to purchase some, and maybe we'll meet somewhere for dinner, and I'll just hand you yours. My mother ordered some too, and I was just like, I can just bring it to you, but I just went ahead and shipped it anyways. It'd be much quicker. But anyways, it's fit. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. We saw the frankincense and myrrh, but I don't know if anybody's ever smelled frankincense and myrrh. It's okay, but if it's not done right, it can smell dank. It's just not a good smell. It's one of those things where you're like, maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I don't know. So it's just one of those things. It's just awesome. And help spread the word because it's going to be awesome. It's one of those things. We got, how many more minutes we got? We got 5 minutes before we go on live. So I might as well bring the one and only lovely Peppermint Patty in. What's going on, Peppermint Patty?
Hi.
Well, I'm going to have to put on the headset now to hear you. Okay. I've been talking. I don't have to listen to anybody. How you doing, dear?
Great. How are you today?
How you doing?
Good. It's another terrific Tuesday. We're good.
It is. It's fantastic. Sorry, I had the thing up. For those of you who don't know, this is Peppermint Patty, the lovely wife of Bootsy Collins.
I'm so happy to be here. I love coming on your show.
And how you feeling? You feeling good?
Thumbs up all the way, 100%. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we're just being safe, just like you.
Yeah, you gotta stay safe. You gotta, it's just kind of just steering clear. I see, it's a balance, really. It's a balance between, people being like way overly cautious. Like these people that are jogging down the street with masks on, it's like, you guys, it's just ridiculous.
I would agree. I mean, come on.
I just think it's too much. I think it's too much, especially if you're riding in the car by yourself and you're wearing a mask. That's just ridiculous.
I've seen that. I kind of drive and I'm like, what?
Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But yeah, we were talking about the Music Cares Challenge. We talked about it a little bit. We didn't go over the prize things because we're going to be going live here in about 4 or 5 minutes. So I figured I would wait until we were live, so I didn't have to drag all these fine folks through everything as well. But yeah, it's been fantastic. I know a lot of people have been asking me, is Bootsy going to come on the show? Is Bootsy going to come on the show? And just so you guys know, Bootsy is in the studio working on a brand new album.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing. We're looking so forward to it.
It's hard to steal him away from the studio, but we never know what might come up next. So I'll work on that.
Oh yeah. I mean, we like the fact that, he's working on a new album because that's, while we would love to obviously have him on the show and hanging out on the same note, just keep that music coming. And I know that it's been a while since he released an album. What was it? The Funk Capital of the World? Was that the name of the album? I can't remember.
Worldwide Funk was not that long ago, about a year ago. So we released that, but this one's really extra special because we're doing it ourselves. Bootzilla Records, baby. So
Yeah,
watch out. It's
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I can't wait. It's new music from Bootsy is always good, and you know he's gonna have a bunch of special guests. He's always going to have special guests on. So, who are some of the special guests that are on his album this time around?
You know, with the power of the one, he has Victor Wooten, he has Brian Culberson, he has Branford Marsalis, Christopher McBride, Bernard Purdy, Alice Hall, a new artist by the name of Emmeline. Oh, it's just like we're just loaded. Guess what? George Benson, the George Benson.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember going, "Oh my gosh, George Benson is."
So yeah, we're loaded. We're loaded.
Yes, it's gonna be pretty amazing. It's definitely gonna be amazing to get some new music from him. So I'm so looking forward to it, and we love the fact that we can actually come in and be able to help with this Music Cares program. So we've got like 2 minutes and 45 seconds, and then we're gonna be breaking into. I forgot to load up the intro song, and I'm like not even paying attention to even what I'm supposed to be doing here.
An exciting time, Mr. Christopher.
Oh yeah, there's so much going on. Plus, we got some other special guests that will be coming in and whatnot. So it's going to be, we have an invite for a couple special guests tonight. You were one of them. I'm so glad you came. So glad you came. I know, and Andre's saying 2 minutes. Yes, technically it's 2 minutes and 10 seconds, but I got a little bit of an intro song. So we don't want to happen what happened a few weeks ago where we talked all the way through the intro.
It's okay. That's how the song rolls,
So while you're here, I did, and while we've got a minute and almost 2 minutes to spare, I did want to make sure that I give a major shout out to a Funkatopian that's actually on the line right now, who's actually in the chat room. Can you actually see the chat room stuff that's on the right-hand side? Can you see any of that stuff?
No, mine says private chat with the host and other guests.
Oh man, okay. So I wish you could see the chat, but there is an individual here named Michelle Bryant.
Okay.
And Michelle Bryant is like a Prince collector extraordinaire. Like she showed me pictures of her room that has stuff everywhere. And she sent me a huge box of a bunch of collector magazines and DVDs. And she's also sending another box that's got a bunch of custom made Prince bags on them. So she is donating those to this Music Cares Bootsy Collins challenge.
Really?
Yeah. So I wanted to make sure that you actually heard it from me and actually give a personal thank you to Michelle Bryant.
Oh, Michelle, thank you. I salute you. You are a Groovement Girl, which is our girl program. And what you're doing is you're lifting the self-esteem and you are pushing forward and you're helping. You're a Groovement Girl. Thank you.
Yeah, so major shout out to Michelle. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And I know there's been some other people that have also, wanted to, possibly donate and be able to donate something for this. And we're going to go over this whole entire Music Cares thing. As you know, we open the show with that so we can make sure that enough people hear it. And it's about to start here in 10 seconds. So I got to move this out. Hold tight, everybody. Hello, one and all. What's going on, everybody?
Woo-hoo!
All right, we got so much to talk about. Special guest has come on board at the beginning of the show, like she has done for the past couple of weeks. The one and only Peppermint Patty's in the house. What's going on?
Hello, Mr. Christopher. So glad
how you feeling?
Oh, we're feeling really groovy. I mean, it's like the sun is shining here in Ohio, Cincinnati, and hot on a hot summer evening. So we're good. We're thankful. Very thankful.
It's always it's always good when the weather is good and it's agreeable. I'm glad we did not go live yesterday because we had some massive thunderstorms that hit Atlanta and just it knocked out the radio station twice.
Really?
It's
Wow.
ridiculous.
Wow.
But we're only offline for a few minutes while we go through the router goes through rebooting process. The actual system itself is on a backup, so even when all the power goes out, the radio station stays up. But unfortunately, the problem is that the router that actually takes the music and streams it out, that is, while it's on a, while it's also on this, the problem is that it still disconnects with Xfinity across the board, and it's just, so we don't really have a choice.
But it's okay.
Yes, it's okay. So for those of you who are not in the know, I don't know where you've been, but we have been doing this Music Cares Challenge with the legendary Bootsy Collins. And Patty is the wife of Bootsy Collins, and she has been on the show. She has been gracious with her time, and she has come on the past few days. We've been talking about the Music Cares Challenge, and she came on again today because we had a few things that were going on with the Music Cares Challenge that we wanted to. Cammie, could you go online and actually get me what our total is on the Music Cares Challenge right now? We want to kind of double check that. As we had mentioned, the Music Cares Challenge is essentially we're fundraising in order to help artists and entertainers from around the world who have been affected by this pandemic. And, they simply just can't do things like put food on the table for their family, paying mortgage, all that stuff. And so we decided that we were going to not only help with this process of fundraising along with Bootsy Collins, and he's been so gracious with his time as well. We actually did a really cool interview with. Any time that you can actually capture an interview with him is just fantastic in itself, because he's a very, very busy man. And on top of that, he's a legend. And he's working on a brand new album right now. So we got to make sure that we stay nice. It's important.
Yeah.
So anyways, to take this to the next level, to be able to take this to the next level, what we decided to do is I was going to dig into my own personal stash of collectible stuff, collectible items, various types of things. A lot of it, like 95% of it, is Prince related, because you guys are Prince fanatics. So we want to make sure that you're taken care of. But Bootsy did donate some items as well. And we also have a Funkatopian by the name of Michelle Bryant, who sent me not one, but two very large boxes full of more Prince collector's item to add to these prize packages that we have put together.
Woo!
Yep, it is going to be amazing. She is so she sent me like a huge stack of collectors magazines. Obviously when Prince passed away, every single magazine in the world seemed to have something dedicated to him, and she must have collected them all from around the world, because there's magazines from the UK, from everywhere, and she donated like a huge stack of them, plus some DVDs. She's got some bags coming with the Prince logo on them. I already told her, I said, not unfortunately, but my daughter is going to steal one of those bags. So I just told her right out of the gate that that's just going to end up happening.
She's your assistant, right? I see her. Hi, baby.
There's Jade in the background. She's hiding back there because, and the reason why she's sitting back there, obviously she loves to sit here for the live stuff, but she's also, her and her friend, we'll talk about what her and her friend have done in a second. We're going to talk about that. But one of the things I want to finish talking about this Music Cares Challenge, because I want to be respectful of your time. So what we did is we came up with a prize package. If you donate to the Music Cares program, let me give you the URL for those who are listening on if you're listening around the world. This is the URL. I know you can hear it audio only, but if you'd like to join us on video and be actively participating in the conversation and whatnot, you can do that. Just go to facebook.com/Funkatopia. That's FUNKATOPIA. And I know a lot of people are watching on YouTube as well. You're watching on YouTube. And after the show, if you have to cut out, that's perfectly fine. This will be broadcast to iHeartRadio, to iTunes, to SoundCloud, to Radionomy, yada, yada, yada. So this show goes out everywhere once it's done and recorded and pushed out. So we're going to be everywhere. So we're good. So if you have to jet, that's fine. But I want to talk about the Music Cares program. The URL, if you guys got a pen, I'll give you a second to get a pen. Okay. For every $5 that you donate to this Music Cares program, what we're going to do is we give you an entry. So if you donate $20, you get 4 entries. If you donate $50, you get 10 entries. You know how the math works. And what it is we have a bunch of grand prize. We have a grand prize package, and we didn't want to just have one grand prize package. We wanted to have 2 other packages that aren't quite as grand, but they're still good.
You're still good.
But here are some of the items that are in the grand prize package right now, because once we crossed over the $2,000 mark, we also added the Earth, Wind, and Fire box set, the CD box set of An Eternal Dance, or The Eternal Dance. I don't know why I can't get that title right. Probably because it's not a song, and it's just what they named it. But we also have included in this prize package, which is also included, is if you're watching on video, you can actually see all these things. If you win, you also get a custom Shine Bootsy Collins star glasses. Custom. If you're on video, you can actually. Yes, look at Patty. She is beautifully showcasing those star glasses. So you actually get on those pair of glasses. So those are actually included. Plus, on top of that, you also get a Funkatopia sticker. Obviously, that's kind of, I'm kind of working up. You also get a Club Funketeer bracelet. You also get that as well. Also included, because we crossed over, let me see if Cammie got me that number. We crossed over the 2,500 mark. We are currently at 2728. So because of the fact that we crossed over the 2,500 mark, we are also adding this DVD, Prince the Golden Years, brand new, still in this case, Prince the Golden Years. We're adding the DVD. Also, what comes in this grand prize package is an original Morris Day tour program that is from the original tour back in the 80s, and we've got it right here, and it's pretty incredible. It's an original one. Plus, on top of that, we're also got collector magazine from with Prince on it. That's not the exact one, but that's okay. Plus, you got not 1, not 2, but 3 art prints from Mary A. Johnson, which are beautiful sketches of art. They are just fantastic. She does an amazing job. You get 3 art prints from Mary A. Johnson. Plus, we are still talking about the grand prize package. We haven't even got the second prize pack. We also Prince Inside the Music and the Mask, the book from, I think this is Ronan Rowe, brand new book there. Plus, as I mentioned, the Earth, Wind, and Fire, the Eternal Dance CD box set. Also that also.
Amazing, Mr. Christopher.
Plus, that's not enough. The expanded edition of Dwayne Tudall's Prince the Purple Rain era studio sessions. We also got this brand new book. That is the most amazing Prince book that was ever written. Plus, if that's not enough, we also got Prince the Life and Times book as well. That's going as well. All of those things are going to the grand prize winner. But there's also more, because Bootsy Collins also has donated. He also donated a card.
Set Me Free too, the album where he started his career.
My Mind Set Me. Oh, look at that! My Mind Set Me Free from Bootsy Collins, and a signed card.
There.
Oh, that's amazing! And a signed card from Bootsy Collins as well.
Yeah,
that is all the grand prize package. That's all the grand prize package. That's actually part of package 2. That's just the grand prize package. You would win all that. You get an entry for every donation. So
love that
should excite you enough.
Jumping up and down.
Yes. So and how you donate is, again, here's the address. It's givelynow.com. That's GIVELY now, givelynow.com /O, the letter O, /stars and /Funkatopia, FUNKATOPIA. If you're in the chat room in Facebook, also Cammie has put the URL up there. Again, it's givelynow.com /O /stars /Funkatopia. You don't have to add the /Funkatopia on there. I'm not even concerned about that. But if you heard about it on this show and you want to enter this contest, you need to send me the receipt for what you did to funkatopia@gmail.com. That's FUNKATOPIA@gmail.com. And again, for every $5 that you donate, you actually get an entry. So again, $20, you get 4 entries. $50, you get 10 entries. So the more entries you get, the better chances you got. You could win it with just one. Yeah, we'll take $5. That's fine. Again, none of this goes to Funkatopia. None of this goes to Bootsy. It all goes to Music Cares, which takes care of artists and entertainers who are experiencing very, very difficult times. We all are just killing ourselves right now because we want to go to concerts. But imagine what it's like for these artists that can't even do that at all now. So they need to be able to pay their bills, and who knows when this next stimulus thing is going to happen, if it happens at all.
If it happens.
So yeah, so it's just one of those things. But that is the grand prize package that we just talked about. And the second place one is almost just as good. You still get 3 art prints from Mary A. Johnson. You still get those. You also get a signed IPA poster from Bootsy Collins, and he can make it out to you if you want, or he can just sign it or however you want. But yeah, so if you're watching on Facebook.com/Funkatopia, Patty is holding up the IPA poster that will be signed by Bootsy. Yep. And on top of that, you'll also get one of, let's see, what else? You're also going to get collectors magazines. You're also going to get Funkatopia gear. You're going to get a Funkatopia hat or beanie. You will get a Funkatopia shirt. You will also get and you'll also get a Funkatopia sticker and a couple of collectors magazines too. So that's just second place. And then the last one, third one, you're still going to get a signed card. So all 3 of them get cards or gets autograph from Bootsy Collins. You're going to get a signed card. Again, can be made out to you. It can be made out or just be signed by Bootsy. That's fine. You're going to be getting that. You're going to be getting 1 art print from Mary A. Johnson, a Funkatopia hat, a Funkatopia sticker, and also another collector's magazine as well. And I think a DVD as well. So there is all types of prizes that are up for grabs. Again, the address is givelynow.com/o/stars/Funkatopia. So it's GIVELY.com. I'm sorry, Gively now. I'm sorry, GIVELY now.com /O, the letter O, as in, oh my God, /stars, which is the name of a song that Bootsy did with some other artists. That's you're going to be able to see on that site. And you can add /Funkatopia on the end of it if you want, or you can not. It doesn't really matter. We just want you to be able to donate. But please remember, in order to be entered into the contest, you have to send me the receipt. I have to see the receipt to see that you did it. And then I will reply with how many entries you got. And then you're entered into the contest. You will not be automatically entered into the contest. You won't. So there's that.
Well, that
Patty.
was wonderful. Thank you so much for what you're doing. GivelyNow.com. It's working. It really is.
Yes, it is. It's amazing. So remember, if you want to enter the contest, that's how you do it. GivelyNow.com/O/stars. You can add the /Funkatopia at the end. That just kind of lets them know where that if you came from Funkatopia, but I'm not concerned about that. I just want you to donate. So GivelyNow.com/O/stars. And if you really want to make sure that they know that it came from Funkatopia, add /Funkatopia in the end. It's fine.
Add /Funkatopia on the end, please. Please.
But we'll know anyways, because you want to be entered. You want to be entered into the contest. You have to do that.
Yes,
you have to do that for sure.
Yes.
And so and again, a big shout out to Michelle Bryant who did who sent those 2 huge boxes of extra stuff that are all going to be separated out into some of these things. Now we told you the Gively Now thing is happening until October 15th, but this contest ends on September 1st. On September 1st, we're going to switch to something else, and we're going to do 1 grand prize. That's going to be between September 1st and October 15th to kind of, continue pushing it a little bit further. But this one is going to end on September 1st. So you only got 20 days now or something like that.
You know
like
what,
20 days.
Christopher? we've decided here at Bootzilla Land that we are going to have a Bootsy birthday / album release bash on October 23rd. And that's when we're going to finalize our Music Cares campaign. So that night it's going to be a show with a lot of the artists that are on the album. And
Nice.
we're all going to be singing Happy Birthday to Bootsy, and we're going to do our big check giveaway to Music Cares, and we're going to have an auction with all kinds of stuff. So if we want to go ahead and go further together, that would be a great announcement for us to have on our show as well. Our partnership with Funkatopia and Music Cares. And
that would be fantastic. Are you going to be, is that live show happening? Is it going to be one of these Zoom things, or are you actually doing it in the studio?
We are going to stream it. So Sweetwater is our partner, and they're going to actually put it online for us. So we haven't decided if it's going to be YouTube or if it's going to be Facebook. It won't be Zoom, but it'll be something that everyone can see, because we're actually selling tickets.
All right, so the band is going to be, but the band is going to be in one place though, where the stream happens. So they're all going to be in there playing together, but they're going to be, but it's going to be streamed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we may have to talk offline, because I may have to use some Delta miles and come up there.
It's going to be amazing. I can tell you that.
And help MC this thing, because I got to make sure that it goes over correctly. I just got to make sure that all the pieces fall into place.
I got you. And our host is Tommy Davidson, the comedian.
Oh, that's going to be amazing. Okay, well, that's fine. Yeah. I can still sit in the corner and just make sure everything goes smoothly.
Well, there will be some pre-recorded things going on too. So, we can
good.
We can slide you in.
All right. So you guys need to make sure, you guys have to make sure that you donate, because who knows what we might be able to do. We could, obviously, if there's going to be a virtual show, maybe we could certainly, throw in tickets to the show so that you can actually watch the show when it goes down. Yeah. We could do all types of different things. So there'll be some other prize that will happen September 1st through October 20th, I guess, when they decide to do this, along with the album launch. So we'll be doing that. But this contest ends on September 1st. But the charity part of Music Cares is going to go all the way to October 20th, and we will do something else. So just stay put. It's going to be good. You'll be fine. Also, I'm sorry.
Keep that funk alive. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's going to be great. And also, oh yeah. So yeah, there's going to be lots of different things. So remember, givelynow.com/o/stars/Funkatopia. That's fine. givelynow.com/o/stars. Watch the video, check it out, and just enjoy it. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be incredible. Yeah. I was talking about my little one here that's sitting behind me, her and her friend. I'm going to see if I can move the camera so she can get on the camera. There she is. She's kind of sitting down laptop over there. There she is. She can't hear anything because I'm still sitting in the headset, but her and her friend decided to do something that was really unusual. They decided that they were going to start a little business on their own, making slime. And of course, everybody, you can go online and you can find a gazillion places that sell slime. So it's like, I kind of was like, all right, okay. But then this one decided that she was going to take it to the next level. And she decided that she was going to create slime that actually had medicinal qualities in it. So she has everything from, like, here is a jar of, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're not watching on Facebook, obviously you can't see this, but here is a jar of one of the ones they created. It's called Scintillating Sandalwood. And basically it's a therapeutic slime, and it's infused with sandalwood, hemp seed oil, argan oil, and basically it moisturizes and soothes your skin. And it also, helps to reduce inflammation in your hands, and it does all this extra stuff. And she's got one that has Indian Nag Champa. It's like tangerine and an Indian Nag Champa in it. And it's also got hemp seed oil and argan oil and everything in it. It's insane. So they actually took the slime thing to a medicinal level where it actually is it just helps to reduce inflammation. It smooths your skin, and on top, it's got all these intoxicating, like overwhelming, like scents and stuff. And they did actually make one. They've made one that kids would like. I think they called it Pink Sugar Power, and but even though it has. But what they did was they made it smell like cotton candy so the kids would like it, but they still put hemp seed oil and argan oil in it in order to, like, for kids who maybe have a little bit of ADHD. It will help to calm them and help to kind of keep them relaxed and everything. It's amazing. This slime is incredible. We've had, like, it's been flying out the door, and I did want to take an opportunity to tell you guys about it. If you're interested in seeing the 6 different ones they have available now, they have 2 of them. They have 2 URLs. There's one that's slimeforadults.com, slimeforadults.com. But the main website is 2georgiagirls.com, TWO georgiagirls.com. So if you guys want to check out this slime, it's incredible. If you guys are like me, where you're like, your hands are always fidgety, you can sit here and play with this slime. And not only does it help with some of that, some of that anxiety, or maybe you're stressed out, but there's all types of things. If you're restless and you can't sleep, they have like a lavender one that will kind of calm you and make, ease your mind. But it also, again, it has this hemp seed oil and all this stuff in it that kind of just chills you out. And it's just, it's amazing. It's just so cool. And, but anyways, they have very, very limited stock on this stuff. But if you guys are interested, it's 2georgiagirls.com, TWO georgiagirls.com. And they've got all kinds of really cool stuff. But I wanted to make sure you guys knew about that.
That is cool. Oh, I salute you.
It's very cool. Girls. Yeah, she's little, they're little brainiacs is what they are.
Cotton candy, my favorite. That's my fragrance. That's my favorite.
Which one?
Cotton candy.
Okay. Well, the cotton candy one actually has like little soft beads in it, so it's kind of so it's more tactile. So again, with kids with ADHD, they need that tactile part of it. But again, it's got that hemp seed oil in it. So it just kind of chills. It's awesome. So again, make sure that you do that. 2georgiagirls.com, TWO georgiagirls.com. Make sure that you check it out and order some, because there's a limited stock. They've got 6 of them, 6 different scents in there, and 6 different ones that do different things, from relaxing you to even waking you up. They have one that kind of, if you're feeling like really sluggish, they have one called Lemon Lift that like is just really potent, and you start playing with it, and it wakes you up. It's pretty amazing. So they've got all kinds of different things. Check it out.
Yeah.
So I had to get that word in there. But again, it's important. I want to make sure that you make sure you do this. It's important. It's very, very important that you go to givelynow.com/o/stars and make sure you take care of those entertainers and whatnot. And it's going to be fantastic. We're going to keep on moving. I don't know let me see if I can pull up but remember, you have to remember that you have to send me that receipt, because if you don't, you can't get entered. So, yes, we're creeping up on 2,800 now. So again, if you donated, please make sure that you get me that receipt so I can enter the contest for you. Okay. Patty, thank you for joining us again, dear.
Having me once again, Mr. Christopher. It's awesome. And I'm going to order my 2georgiagirl.com cotton candy slime.
So Patty says she can't hear me. Patty, she said she wants to order some of her the cotton candy slime. Yeah. So we'll take care of you, Patty. We got you.
I'm going to do it the right way.
Okay.
We don't support. But once again, and we're growing, and we're going to continue to grow, and
yes,
we'll have a special show where we invite everyone to come to the birthday party / album release at the end of October.
That's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so much looking forward to a brand new album from Bootsy Collins. It's just going to be fantastic. Every single album that he puts out has just got one hit after another. I'm so looking forward to it. Bootsy is one of my favorite all-time artists of all time, and he's just he's a legend. So
thank you
so much. We'll see you later, Patty. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
All right, bye. All right, Miss. That was Miss Patty. So I can take these off now since we are not talking live, whatever. But oh, sorry. So yeah, it's been pretty awesome. Now you can actually. What are you laughing at? So, anyways, so we are going to. So we had like a lot of really cool things. Jacqueline, thank you so much for donating. We'll make sure that I see that your email came through. So we will make sure that you get taken care of for that. And we know you guys want to talk a lot about, all kinds of Prince stuff. And, one of the things that we had made mention of, where is my list? I had a list here and I think I just moved it. I think I had a list. Where's my list? Oh, stuff. I had a list of like a bunch of, oh my gosh, I got stuff everywhere now. I can't find anything. I don't have any of my notes. Oh my gosh, what is happening here? Oh man, this is a bummer. Oh, there it is. I found it. All right, so let's talk Prince news. We know that you guys want to talk Prince news. Matter of fact, I wanted to talk about something pretty awesome that just came into the mix. And that was that Paisley Park released a brand new song called Cosmic Day. I think we had actually played a little bit of that. It is a new remaster of the song Cosmic Day. We had a clip of it that we would play every now and then, just kind of, throwing it out there, but it was only like a little over a minute. But it's a brand new song from the Sign of the Times Super Deluxe Edition. They've kind of been leaking out like a song a week and a half, a song every week and a half or something like that. It's been pretty amazing. And when you get an opportunity to actually hear some of this brand new music that's coming off of this Super Deluxe Sign of the Times, you can't help but think, oh my gosh, I can't even wrap my head around this. The fact that there is 60 plus brand new songs on this Super Deluxe. It doesn't even make a difference. Because at that point, it's like getting the equivalent of 5 brand new albums from Prince in one fell swoop, which I just can't even wrap my head around. So let's take a little bit of a break, get our stuff together. We'll do a little bit of a recap when we come back. But for right now, let's take a listen to the brand new song called Cosmic Day that the Paisley Park Estate has released. And here it is, Cosmic Day, right here on the Funkatopia Radio Show. Enjoy. What's up? What is this? Okay. All right. Now all this stuff needs to be moved. I know you did. I know you didn't put it here, but we need to move it. Maybe in some other place. Like, can you put all this stuff inside of that random box that was sitting over there? There was a box I moved over there. Can you take this stuff and put it in the box and make sure that it gets damaged? Lots of fun stuff. Michelle, no. I know Michelle was thanking me for calling her out, but I can't even. Yeah, Karen, I'm always misplacing something. You're totally right. But yes, Michelle, thank you so much for that. Yeah, on the Michelle, I see you said, can you repeat the email address to send the receipt to? Is you can either go to shout@funkatopia.com, shout@funkatopia.com, or funkatopia@gmail.com. Either one is perfectly fine. You can actually do that there. Vicky said she ordered her slime. Fantastic. And I know that Patty is going and she's going to be ordering her slime. She said got the cotton candy. The cotton candy one is interesting because, again, they actually incorporated a bunch of really soft beads. So kids actually like playing with this. But again, there's medicinal stuff that's in here that actually will keep to calm them down. But it's not like, potent, like that. It's not like that. It's safe. Yes, I will check to see if your order came through. Absolutely. I can do that right now. Vicky, I can make sure. Yes, Vicky, I see your order, and I see an order from order from Karen also. So, Jaden, you've got an order from Karen, who is a good friend that lives right here in Georgia, and also an order from Vicky. So you got 2 more orders that are in there, and of course, Patty said she was going to order some cotton candy as well. So it's lots of stuff. Yeah, it's yes, I saw. Yes, Terry, the slime is one size. That we did have smaller ones, and I also meant to say this too. For those of you, I think it was a couple of you that I talked to personally, and you guys wanted me to separate out the one order. So instead of getting one of these, you wanted like a sample of each one that we had, because we had two at the time. We had sandalwood and we had a tangerine one. So we had to put them in two smaller containers that were 2-ounce containers. So we had two 2-ounce ones of the tangerine and two 2-ounce ones of the sandalwood. I am so sorry that you received your order without labels for those little teeny ones. But we didn't have labels for those little ones. We only have labels that fit these, and these were just way too big to fit labels on the smaller ones. So if you got the smaller ones, I'm sorry. We did not have labels for them. Most people got them ordered like this, and it's pretty awesome. So lots more orders. Yes. I bet. So yes, lots of some. Yes, Jill. So you got samples. So I'm sorry, we didn't have labels on. We didn't have labels that small, and also the way they made the caps on those. Not only were it's small, we could have probably made that happen, but they had like these little things on the top, little like tabs on the top that made it so you couldn't do anything. Let's dig deep, shall we? Let's dig deep for some of these Prince tracks. We want to go deep with some Prince tracks. So tell me about some Prince tracks. Any deep Prince tracks? Now, I'm not talking about songs that are on albums that he, didn't release or whatever. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about did I answer your question, Terry? Yes, they are one size. This is 8-ounce container. They no, Terry, the other one was there are some that are like that, and it's just dependent. Yeah, it depends on where you send it. So yeah, I care, no worry about that. Let's see what else I got. Yeah, I think there was one that was 13 and one that was there's a couple of them that are 16. It just depends on what's in them. Because obviously some of them cost more to use because we use certain things that are a lot more expensive. So I think we're going to make them like all the same price across the board. But I think which ones was the one that anyways, I don't want to stress you out. The price now is, once we figured out what the hold on a second, we gotta go back online. I'm all scatterbrained now. And that was Cosmic Day, the brand new track from Sign of the Times Super Deluxe Edition. And it was released by Paisley Park. And thank the Lord for Paisley Park, because they are actually dripping out some of these tracks that they know that we have not heard. And it's really, really cool when they dig deep like this. I am so looking forward to Dwayne Tudall's new book that comes out at the beginning of next year, because he is going to be talking a lot about many of these tracks that are appearing on Sign of the Times Super Deluxe. So we'll be able to get a lot of the background stories. I know Prince Vault does a really, really a pretty good wave of facts. There's some incorrect information in there that we've kind of uncovered over the years, but we've never sent them revisions. It is what it is. But it's okay. It's perfectly fine. And the only reason why we know some of that information is incorrect is because when we have guests on the show, like Andy Allo, that were involved in the recording of the shows, and they tell us about certain things that are going on, we get information. It's just the way it is. So people want to know where to get the slime. Again, that is to GeorgiaGirls.com. Again, TWO GeorgiaGirls.com. I'm trying to put it up. If you want to join in on the conversation, you absolutely can do that. It's to GeorgiaGirls.com. And on top of that, you could also go to SlimeForAdults.com, either one of those, and order some of that slime before it is, because we've got a bunch of inventory, but once it's gone, I'm going to remake some new stuff. There is some new scents that are coming too that she's making. There's patchouli, and there's another one that is spiced apple. I don't know what the purpose of spiced apple was, but there was something else too. But it's a bunch of weird other things that we're mixing together, and it's amazing. Very cool stuff. Yes. Yes, so Cosmic Day, that was the release from the Paisley Park and Paisley Park, and it is amazing. It's a great tune, and I love hearing some of these new tracks. Other Prince news we're talking about, and what was interesting is I just saw this announcement and I thought it was so weird that they are doing Peloton classes now with Prince's music. So you can ride a bike, you can do yoga, you can do treadmill, all to Prince's music. So again, I guess the estate has decided that they are licensing all of the music, all of Prince's music, to Peloton. So now they're going to be doing these classes where you can actually work out to Prince music. If you want more information on them, you could just go to facebook.com/Prince. They have an artist series on Peloton, and one of the artist series is Prince, but I don't know what other artists they have. I didn't really dig that deep. I just saw this was kind of interesting that now Peloton has officially gone into some type of arrangement with the estate and got the licensing music, a license to all the music, which I think is just it's crazy. It's just, I mean, I think it's awesome. Why would you not want to do that? It's just, if you want to work out, that's the music I'm going to listen to anyways. It might as well be, official license. I mean, you're going to either do it through Peloton, or you're going to be working out while listening to Funked Up, which is an ASCAP licensed radio station. Those are the two things you're going to be doing. It's going to be phenomenal. One of the other things that's going to send my daughter behind me into a spiral is that the estate also licensed all of their music, which you guys have already heard. This has been going on for, I guess, a little bit over a month now, is that the estate licensed all their music to TikTok. So that's the reason why you can kind of see all of these TikTok videos now that are showing up with Prince's music, where they kind of create new dances. And I mean, my daughter probably knows probably 100 different dances. And of course, if you watch the news for any given point of time, one of the things you'll notice about the news is that they, for whatever reason, Trump is trying to shut down TikTok for some random thing. She's so happy. Look at that. Look at that happy face back there. And for whatever reason that is, obviously because of the fact that they're talking about something about China, I don't know. It's just, it's insane. But it's not going to happen. We're pretty confident it's not going to happen, because you can't just impose your executive order powers like that and it just happens, because you just can't just randomly shut down a company just because you don't like something. You have to be able to firmly prove that there is a legitimate threat, and you can't. So unless you have some type of proof, you have no grounds to shut down a company. Plus, on top of that, we're hearing, though, that Microsoft is going to be coming in to possibly purchase TikTok. So if Microsoft swoops in and purchases TikTok, then it becomes an American company as opposed to a China company, and then he doesn't have any ground to stand on. There's something else to it. I think the purpose of it is primarily because he gets so much negative press on TikTok, and they do so many things to make him look bad. It goes beyond just China. But the fact of the matter is, I know that Cassandra is asking, would Prince like this whole process? Would he like the fact that his music has now been licensed out? His music has been licensed out. Oh no, I'm sorry. It wasn't. It was actually Jill. No, who was that? Terry asked. I'm sorry. Terry Dominic asked, would Prince like this? As far as the licensing out to Peloton, the licensing out to TikTok, I don't think he obviously would have done it. He was actively going on YouTube and shutting down people for recording videos of their kids dancing around the kitchen to Let's Go Crazy. It doesn't, so I don't see him going through the process of licensing his music unless he felt like there was a lot of, the estate is doing whatever they possibly can to kind of keep the revenue coming. And I think that's where this all goes right now. That's the ascent. Because I know that at one point in time, Guitar Hero, the video game Guitar Hero, had wanted Prince to license his music to them so they could actually have a Prince themed Guitar Hero video game, which many of us are not video gamers, but we absolutely would have gotten that for sure. But I know that he didn't want to do that because he didn't want kids to be pressing buttons. He wanted them to actually be learning how to play guitar, actually learning how to properly, play the chords and stuff. And they actually have a Guitar Hero that is actually, they actually have a Guitar Hero that's actually like that. And it's incredible. So, I don't know. I don't know. So there's that. Let me, we got some other things here. Give me just a second. We have a special guest that is wanting to join, and we obviously want to do that. So we will do that. We'll make sure that they can actually do that. I think they're working with some technical stuff. So this makes for really, really bad radio. But if you're watching it on video, you can see me stammer and having a horrible time visually, which kind of takes some of the pain away. But when you're listening to it on the radio station, it just seems like everything is going completely downhill. And it's really not. It's really not. Let's do this. Let's play another track, another deep track, Positivity, which is not a deep track, but we do have alternate versions of songs. So we're going to play an alternate version of Positivity while we work on possibly trying to figure out how we can help them get online and join us. We have a special guest that is trying to get online with us. So we're going to figure this out for them. Hopefully. Here it is. Positivity number 2. That's right. The second version. Let's check this out together, shall we? And then we'll come back and maybe we'll have a special guest that comes on with us. Hang tight. Hold on just a second, folks. Don't say it out loud. You don't have to know who it is. So we have a special guest that's going to be joining us. So I want to make sure that we, obviously we're doing. Oh, Jill says that she can't use TikTok. You can't use TikTok because Jill's saying you're military and you can't use TikTok. Like while you're on base, or is it because your phone is on lockdown? Jill, what's the story with that? Jill, we need to, yes. Have Sheila give me her address and we'll make sure that we take care of her. We'll make sure that we get her some slime that can help reduce some of that inflammation. Jill, we'll get her taken care of. Absolutely. Cammie, thank you for sharing that address for 2georgiagirls.com for anybody that wants to get in and order some of that slime. Oh my gosh. So lots of orders coming in. Alicia, thank you so much. Brian, Vicky, Karen, all of you guys. We're going to get you some slime out the door for sure. Okay. We see you. All right. I got a question. For those of you guys who are in here, not on the radio station, obviously, but for those of you who are in here, is anybody familiar with an album that was released in the 80s that a lot of people thought that Prince was involved in, but he wasn't? An album called Cooking from the Inside Out. Anybody remember Cooking from the Inside Out? Anybody out there? Curious. Me, Lenny knows Cooking from the Inside Out. Y'all remember an amazing artist called Microwave? Microwave. Some people say Microwave. Microwave. Anybody remember Microwave? We've actually played some of his tracks. I'm going to pull this up just for a second. A lot of people don't, but we're going to hip you. You guys have actually heard his music on Funkatopia, Microwave. And you guys will be the first to know he is our special guest. That's he is working with his camera right now. But Microwave is amazing. I mean, just a lot of people thought that Prince was heavily involved in the making of this album, and a lot of people hear the tracks. Some people thought it was Brown Mark, some people thought it was Ever, but I'm gonna bring him on. Oh, he's trying to work out. He's trying to still work out his video. we're gonna get him on. We're gonna get him on as he's working all through. That's a little bit of positivity. A little positivity number 2, a little bit of a different version of positivity from Prince. We got a special guest on the line. He is actually joining us, and man, I don't even know the last time you probably even did an interview that I can think of. Anybody remember an album from 1987 called Cooking from the Inside Out? Microwave. You guys remember that? Yeah, if you do, the one and only Microwave's in the house right now. What's up, man? Oh no, man, I can't hear you. Hold on a second. Hopefully we gotta get you some audio here. Oh man, his audio is non-existent. Let's make sure he's not let's make sure he's
okay.
Well, I think I hear you now.
Yeah,
what's up?
Now you got me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me put this headset on. That way everybody. I was trying something with a Bluetooth. It didn't work out too good. Hang on there. Hang on. I'm old new school here.
So 1987. So
hang on.
All right. So
you got me now.
Oh yeah. See, I got you now.
Yes,
So, you know, a lot of people, get confused with Miko Weaver, and you pronounce Miko or Myco?
It's Microwave. It's like
Microwave.
It's like the oven, no R. Miko Weaver jumped out there with it, and he actually did Microwave one time, and we had to shut him down. We're cool though, me and Miko are cool now. We're cool. Yes.
Yeah, so
yes.
Mike, for those of you who remember, in the 80s, we were like collecting albums like left and right, like all over the place. And I still remember my good friend, Rob Rhythm. He came in to the house with this album from Microwave called Cooking from the Inside Out. This is 1987. And a lot of people were, you've probably heard some of the tracks. Matter of fact, here, let me play a little clip of one of the tracks that we play regularly on the Funkatopia radio show. Hold on just a second. Check this out. So that was just a little taste of Star Search, which you've actually we man, let me tell you something. When that album came out, I'm telling you that there's a lot of bands that tried to replicate Prince's sound, Andre Simone's sound,
Right.
and nobody could really get it. Nobody could really get it right.
You know,
And
it was natural.
it should have been. That's what it's about. If you had to try, that was
Because
pointless.
we weren't trying. Star Search, me and Bootsy did that one.
Yep.
We wrote that one 50-50, I believe. But in the studio, that was like the last song we recorded. We needed one more song. We didn't write that one. We just recorded it. It's like, we need one more song, Bootsy. I need to be a star. Let's search. So we called it Star Searching, and it came up, man. That wasn't my thing. My thing was the funk, rock, you know. So we had fun, man. And we weren't really trying to do Prince. It's just where I lived. I lived in that era. I grew up, me and Prince are, I think, a year apart. And we were just doing music. I was doing music. Bootsy was helping me get it to where I needed to get it to. And it wasn't about, let's make this sound like Prince. No, let's just do what comes out naturally. And that's what it was. And Columbia Records loved it. And 100,000 or more people liked it. And it worked out.
Well, I can tell you, I was one of those 100,000 people, and
Man,
my friend
it.
walked in. My friend walked in with us, and I was that album was on rotation regularly because
you gotta love it.
it was just such a great friggin' album. I mean, that and Misunderstood, and I mean, those are all tracks that we play on rotation on Funkatopia, and a lot of people are like, "Oh man, what's that about?" Yeah, but that was 1987.
87.
And I know that what we're going to be doing is that you just wanted to pop in and say hello and just and wave, because you and I want to sit down with you for an official interview once we get our schedules worked out, because we kind of talked a little bit beforehand. That we wanted to make sure that you actually we want to make sure that this coincided with specific things that are going on.
That I'm doing. Yeah, there's a lot of things about to happen. And when I get on here, this story hasn't been told. The last real interview I did was with Donnie Simpson on BET in 87. You know, here recently, lately, whatever, it's been hit and miss here. Nothing substantial that I really wanted to say. Now, there's so much I want to say, and I want you to help me deliver it. And Funkatopia, it seems like the perfect avenue for what I'm doing. It's Prince, and it's funky, and it's everything related to that. And if I talked to my manager about it, and he looked at everything. He's like, "We have to do this. This is your platform.
Well,
this is, if anybody can tell your story with you, it's them." Because
I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. I mean, because let me tell you,
that's why Prince loved it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's right. you get it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and as I said, a lot of people aren't familiar with Microwave, but I tell you, if you guys get an opportunity, you can go to Discogs.com, because I don't know if this album's still in print anymore, that you can actually pick it up.
No, I don't think you can get the vinyl. They never made CDs of it. Only in Japan. Japan did CDs in maybe 94. Well, CDs weren't out in 87, so they did a reissue of CDs, and they only did so many. And I've seen them sell on eBay for $200, $80, $90, whatever. But you can't. There is no reissue of the album. So,
well, I did actually happen to see the album in a lot of different, mostly vinyl. On Discogs.com. So if you guys want to pick up this vinyl, I'm telling you, it is well worth whatever you pay for it. I was trying to find the CD before we started tonight, because I knew you were going to probably stop in.
Right.
And for some reason, it must be in my other room, but and we actually had a CD. I don't remember where I got the reissue from, but we had, or maybe it was cassette tape. Maybe that's why I can't find it. I don't remember.
Right.
But anyways,
well, there was a cassette of it. Yeah.
I'm telling you, you guys will be, for Prince fans, if you like Prince and you like Jesse Johnson, especially if you're really in that vein where you like that, what Jesse Johnson and Andre Simone and Brown Mark were doing, this fits so perfectly into it. And it was just amazing. And produced by Bootsy Collins too.
Right. Absolutely. And I'm going to throw in another entity that was right there in that, The Deal. Remember The Deal?
Yep, the deal. Deele. Yep.
Yes. Well, they were. There was a picture of them on Prince's wall, his influence wall, with everybody you just named. That Prince had this thing
Yep.
done. And I'll say this: I don't want to get too deep with it because I don't want to give it all away. But over the last 12, 14, 15, maybe 20 years, I've been the lead singer of that group. So I've been touring
Wow.
with them. So it all coincides, all of the Cincinnati. I always felt like Cincinnati and Minneapolis, St. Paul were just kind of riding together all through the 80s. Everything that was happening there was happening in Cincinnati. The way we dress, the way we talk, the groupies, the bands, the shows, everything. If it was Minneapolis, it was going on in Cincinnati at the same time.
Yep. Man, I'm telling you, I first off, thank you so much for stopping in and saying hello. But here's what I want to tell everybody out there. If you can find a way to get a hold of, and you can probably go on YouTube and search for Microwave. It's just like microwave without the R, but it's MICO space wave, WAVE.
Yep.
You could probably go on YouTube and find some audio clips. You want to hear it, but you can get it because myself and Microwave are going to be doing an interview. We're going to be talking about the history of that album, everything that was going on with that album.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, on top of that, you guys will not believe some of the stuff that has been going on with this man and what's been going on the past 30 years. And what's also cool about it is that he has not done any interviews in 30 years.
Nope, not one.
Not one in 33. It's like 33 years. So this will be the first interview that Microwave has done in 33 years. So, and he's got the one album out, which is Cooking from the Inside. The album is, I see people asking, what's the name of the album? It's called Cooking from the Inside Out. Cooking from the Inside Out. And it's Microwave, MICO space WAVE.
Well, there's Public Private Personal. That was an album that I released in 2000, but it's not in print. It's only digital. So,
right. But if you guys like what you hear and you're like, why didn't he release any music? Just stay put, because there is a bunch of stuff coming down. Yes. There's a bunch of stuff coming down the pike, and you're going to find out about it right here on Funkatopia. Only here on Funkatopia. Michael, thank you so much for coming out, brother. I appreciate it. I appreciate it more than you know.
It's a pleasure. Pleasure's all mine.
All right. Everybody stay tuned. Microwave's going to be back sooner rather than later, and we're going to be talking about it because, again, I am honestly I'm not kidding you when I say this. For those of you who are watching the video or those of you listening, I can honestly say this is one of my favorite albums from the 80s. I'm not kidding you. It is so funky. It is just it's got that. It's just amazing. It's incredible. And there's more stuff coming. So stay put. Microwave, thank you for stopping in, brother. I greatly appreciate it.
Be right there with you. All the pleasure's all mine. We'll talk soon.
We'll talk soon, brother.
Take care.
Take care.
Yep.
All right. So that is Microwave. He stopped in for just a brief minute. What we didn't want to do, we wanted to make sure we have an interview planned. And for those who don't know, Microwave, it is incredible. He is not, I don't know why he didn't release any more albums, but there is some reasoning that's going on. And of course, he's been the vocalist for The Deels, DEELES. So you can get more information on him as well. But I'm telling you, we're going to be doing an interview coming up soon. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. I always look forward when I can take off this headset for sure. But yes, Microwave is going to be doing an interview right here on Funkatopia, the first interview he's done in 33 years. So it's going to be very, very cool. And again, the name of the album is called Cooking from the Inside Out. If you go to discogs.com, DISCOGS, which is, I guess, short for discography, Discogs with S.com, you can actually find the album and you can get it for pretty inexpensive. I mean, you could probably get it for under $10 on vinyl sent to you because there was a lot of copies that were on there. And I'm telling you, you need to pick it up. It's incredible. Matter of fact, I am going to play that song that we just played, Star Search. We're going to play that whole entire track right now. And then when we come back, we're going to go ahead and open up this free for all and just go ahead and get your questions ready. We're going to be talking about anything and everything. And if you have deep tracks that you want me to play from Prince, released, unreleased, doesn't matter, Just let me know. And if I got it, let's see if we can get it on spins. But let's talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's a free-for-all. Well, as Lenny has named it, Funk Free-for-all, which is a great name. Star Search right here on the Funkatopia radio show from Microwave. We're going to be doing an interview with him. First in 33 years. Unbelievable. That's just crazy. All right, Microwave right here. Check it out.
I don't know my schedule for tomorrow.
I printed it out. Find you. That's 7th grade. Look at the 7th one on the bottom. There you go.
No, like mine.
How's everybody feeling out there?
I mean my schedule, not this. My schedule.
That's your period. But yeah, I sent that email. It's on your thing. You can look at text messages to you. I cannot wait. This was such a great friggin' album. Such a great friggin' album from 1987. An amazing album. He hasn't done anything in 33 years as far as interviews are concerned, and he's coming on Funkatopia. Sick. Unreal. And let me just go ahead and say, that's all thanks to Mr. Lenny. What are you doing? Oh, no. What's going on? Let me see it. I'm going to see it. Oh, put it out here. Put it in. Oh, man. Can I wait? Jaded. Just see what Cammy said. Jaden, Cammy saw your message. I mean, Cammy, Jaden saw your message. All right, what you guys want to talk about? And this album was incredible. This album, okay, here's the other thing too. This album went unnoticed. It was produced by Bootsy Collins. The whole album was produced by Bootsy Collins. And I wish that Maiko would have come on while Patty was on, because Patty knows Maiko too. The whole album was produced by Bootsy Collins. Plus, on top of that, it's got Bernie Worrell, the Wizard of Woo. Every single funky wah keyboard riff that you've ever heard on a Parliament Funkadelic album that has caught your ear was pretty much most likely Bernie Worrell. Bernie Worrell was on this album. Catfish Collins was on this album. Ron Jennings was on this album. Maceo was on this album. Are you kidding me? This album is ridiculous, man. That was Star Search. I was just going off. We were just talking about this album. I am so excited to actually get an opportunity to interview Microwave. There's got to be some people that are listening to this that are familiar, besides Lenny and myself, of this album, Cooking from the Inside Out by Microwave. There's got to be other people that are out there that know this album. It is phenomenal. The whole album was produced by Bootsy Collins. Plus, you also had Catfish Collins on there. Bootsy Collins played all over this whole entire album. Plus, you had Ron Jennings. He was on this album. Maceo was on this album. Bernie Worrell. Every single funky keyboard riff, wah Wizard of Woo, Bernie Worrell was on this album. This album was packed of funk legends, and the whole album is ridiculous. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It was one album. It was called Microwave, M-I-C-O space wave. And the album was called Cooking from the Inside Out. And it was released in 1987, but then that was it. That was it. But that really wasn't it. And he's coming on Funkatopia to do his first interview in 33 years. He has not done an interview with anybody in 33 years, and he's coming on this show to talk about that album and everything that's been going on. And when you find out what's going on, you're gonna flip lid. You're just gonna flip a lid. Lenny says his live shows were pandemonium. I believe it. I wish that I would have gotten the opportunity to be able to see him. I can't even. There was, I know all of us are like that when we're from the, all of us people that were teenagers during the 80s and even older, and maybe even some younger, we were all looking for all that filler music in between Prince albums. We were like absorbing anything that Prince had to do with. We were absorbing Sheila E. and we were absorbing The Time and Andre Simone and Jesse Johnson and just all that stuff. We were anything that had to do with Prince. We wanted to be involved in it. And when this album came out, I thought for the longest time, for years, I thought it was Miko Weaver, because I thought it was Microwave, and I think even I just always thought it was Miko Weaver, but it wasn't. Those Miko Weaver and Microwave are two separate people. But when you heard this album, it sounded just like something that would be done from Brown Mark. Or, I mean, when you think of like Brown Mark's song, like Bang Bang, or you think about Andre Simone's songs, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like it comes from that cesspool. That whole mixing bowl is exactly what it sounds like it comes from. And that's the reason why a lot of people were under the impression that this was Miko. And as you just heard Miko say, he said that Miko actually called himself Miko Wave at one point in time, but he put a stop to that. Miko made him stop. But anyways, he had the one album, Cooking from the Inside Out, an amazing album, completely produced by Bootsy Collins, full of funk legends on that album. And he's going to be right here on Funkatopia's show. And I just can't. It's just going to be, oh my God. Anyways, so, and a lot of people think that it was Miko Weaver. A lot of people were under the impression it was Miko Weaver. Even I did. But we're here to set the record straight. Microwave and Miko Weaver are two separate individuals. But anyways, so there's that. Again, we were talking about some of the Prince news. We got an opportunity to play Cosmic Day, the brand new track that was released from Paisley Park's estate. That's going to be on the Sign of the Times Deluxe Edition, Super Deluxe. So I hope that you got an opportunity to hear that. We just got done playing that live, which is amazing. Amazing track. For those of you who are watching the video, we are sitting here on Facebook. My daughter likes to come in here and sit on her phone behind me, just sitting on her phone. She likes to be doing Facebook Live. Her and her friend actually came up with a business to do slime, and they've actually created slime with a bunch of medicinal qualities to it. So they created like 6 different versions of slime. They've got 2 or 3 more that are coming down the pike. Her and her friend created what's called, it's TwoGeorgiaGirls.com, TWO GeorgiaGirls.com. And they created slime with all these really, like if you need to relax, they've created slime with like lavender scents, but they'd also have hemp seed oil and argan oil and all this stuff infused. So it like will calm you and relax you. If you need to wake up, they actually have other ones that have like lemongrass that are really like bright and will like really just perk up all your senses. So they have like all these things. You got a kid that has ADHD. They have one that's called cotton candy, and it's got like these little soft beads in it, but it also has hemp seed oil. So while they are like involving themselves and playing with the slime and getting like, taking advantage of all the tactile feeling of slime and these little soft balls that are inside of this slime, it has hemp seed and argan oil that's actually calming them down and keeping them focused. And this is all from the minds of 2 12-year-old girls that have come up with this business plan to create slime, which is like got to be 1,000 places online where you can buy slime, but nobody has thought to do this. Brian, that's a great, that coffee slime idea was actually another one. We need one of those too. But yeah, it's they've got one that they made for grandparents that's called Baby Snow, and they incorporated instant snow into the slime, so it's a much softer slime. So for elderly people that have like a difficult time really squeezing slime, they made it super super soft, and they incorporated lavender, which is coming, and also the scent of baby powder, so that if you don't get a chance to visit with your grandkids, you've got the scent of baby powder and lavender, and it's a really really super soft slime, and it still has that hemp seed oil in it too. It's just, the ideas they come up with are just insane. And there's 6 of them right now. There's 2 or 3 more they're coming down the pike with. But yeah, it's ridiculous. And you can get it at 2georgiagirls.com, TWO georgiagirls.com. I'm sorry this has become a big advertisement for that, but I can't help myself because it's such a friggin' cool idea. And there's that. So we're also recapping also. Also, we talked a little bit about how the prize packages for Bootsy Collins Music Cares Challenge have expanded. Now the prize package is ridiculous. I'm going to have to document everything that's in that grand prize package, because now that grand prize package, you may have seen the list, now includes the Earth, Wind and Fire CD box set of The Eternal Dance. Plus it also has a bunch of Prince collectors magazines, 3 art prints from Mary A. Johnson. It's got Prince DVDs. It's got all types of stuff that's in it. And so you just need to just find it on Facebook. Just keep scrolling down the Facebook post until you see Bootsy Collins video, and you can click on see more and get the link there. It's givelynow.com/o/stars/Funkatopia. And for every $5 that you donate, you get an entry into the contest to win this grand prize, but there's actually 3 prizes. So it's pretty awesome. Prince news. Again, we were talking about Prince Peloton classes. We actually did talk quite a bit about Prince licensing out some of his stuff. Now the estate is licensing out his music to Peloton. We saw this kind of coming as it was anyways, because we've talked multiple times about Prince and Jay-Z and Beyonce and how they had this handshake deal of sorts for Tidal, and how they were going to get kind of an exclusivity arrangement with the licensing to his music, especially even the deeper tracks that were released for MPG Music Club and all that stuff. But then what ended up happening is that the estate just started kind of going rogue and licensing out his music to a bunch of different places. It started licensing his music out to Peloton. That's the newest thing now. So now Peloton has an artist series where you can work out and do do treadmills, you can ride on your bike, you can do yoga, all to Prince music, licensed. And that sounds like a really, really cool idea. I personally don't see any problems with that. Do you guys see a problem with that? I don't see a problem with that. But then Terry asked, would Prince like this? Would Prince be a fan of this? And the answer is, I don't think so. I don't think he would have done it, because what we had mentioned before when we were talking was, we had mentioned the fact that Prince would not do the licensing for Guitar Hero when they wanted to take all of his music. They wanted him to be he wanted people to be able to play actual chords and learn how to play guitar. Well, Guitar Hero actually does have a version, or is it Guitar Hero or somebody else? Maybe it's Rockstar. There's Rock Hero, so I don't know there's another version that is also a guitar video game scenario where you are actually able to, you have to play, your fingers have to actually be in a position like you're actually playing the chord. Well, that kind of met one of the qualifications that Prince had with licensing his music, was that he wanted people to actually learn how to play guitar. This particular video game did that. But that came out before he passed. So, and a good bit before he passed, like at least a few years before he passed. And he still didn't make an arrangement to get that deal done, or they didn't approach him, or they didn't come up with the right money, or whatever it was. So I think he was still really, really hesitant at freely licensing his music. So we've got his music. the title deal was, because it was a handshake deal, there was nothing contractually that was written down. All of his music went out to Spotify and Apple and everywhere. So now his music is everywhere. And the estate did that because it's really a monetary thing. That's the whole purpose of it. But now we've got his music out with Peloton, and I can't imagine that deal was incredibly lucrative. Maybe it's, for every member he gets a cut or something. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but now Peloton has got music licensing, right? And before that, we had like over a month ago, all of his music got licensed out to TikTok, and we've been seeing a lot. We have been seeing a lot of activity here in the chat room on Facebook, facebook.com/Funkatopia. We've been seeing a lot of activity of people talking about how TikTok is just not safe. That's just the reality of it. It's just not safe for the information, because now there's all this talk about Trump wanting to ban TikTok, which has sent my daughter into a spiral. But she also doesn't see this other side of it, where a lot of the information that you are sharing on TikTok, or that most adults aren't really doing this TikTok thing anyways. This is mostly kids anyways. But according to a lot of what we're seeing here, for some, Jill Norman is an active Funkatopian, and she also serves as well. And she's saying that as far as the military is concerned, they are not allowed to use TikTok at all. They just don't. It won't work. They can't pull it up. It's just because they are deathly afraid that China is going to be able to access personal information. That you literally have to provide access to all of your information in order for TikTok to work correctly on your phone. And it really is a security breach. In other places you can kind of, nitpick certain things. You can say, yeah, I don't want to give you access to my camera. No, I don't want to give you access to my microphone. No, I don't want to give you, but with TikTok, you have to give them access to your video and your microphone in order to even record anything for TikTok, because it's a video thing. You do dances and they do all this weird stuff and whatever. And what the estate saw millions of kids all around the world creating these TikTok videos and creating these dances for all of these older songs. There's a bunch of songs that are regaining popularity and are actually making a good bit of money, because the kids are refreshing these songs and creating dances for them. And then everybody, like, we'll be playing classic rock and roll. What was the song that came on the radio the other day? And it was an old song, like from the 70s or 80s. And Jaden was like, I know that song. It's on TikTok. And we see that a lot. And I think that's what Paisley Park was seeing, where Paisley Park was seeing, the potential of songs being pushed back up. And they are doing everything they possibly can to generate income. But there's these security concerns in regards to TikTok. And I think that's kind of, that's kind of what's going on. So I don't know what the answer is. I can tell you that a lot of people are very much upset about some people. Well, let me just say this. There are some people that are upset about the fact that the estate is just kind of freely giving out the licensing to whoever wants to write a check, and other people, mainly because they realized that Prince was not like that. He didn't license his music to anybody. And he was very particular about who had it and who had rights to it. Now that doesn't seem to be the case. Now they seem to be, right after he passed, what was it? What's the name of that movie? It wasn't even a year after he passed. I went to go see the movie. What is it? The Kingsman. One of the people on Facebook will tell me, it was like the Kingsman. It was part 2 of this movie. And I went to go see it with my wife. We had a date night. We went to go see this movie and we saw it. And right at the beginning of the movie, they had a car scene where this fight was breaking out while this car is speeding down and the road, and it's Prince's Let's Go Crazy is on the radio and it's blaring, and they're having this huge fight scene while this car is speeding down the road. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, they got licensing to use this song now. This is really unusual. That's like really, really unusual. But yeah, it's just, it's nuts. It's nuts. Oh, and I just saw, what was it? Oh, the new Michael Jordan film, not film, but the episodic show called The Last Dance, where it's like 8 or 9 episodes now on Netflix called The Last Dance. It was on ESPN, but now it's on Netflix. But it's a story of the Chicago Bulls and that final year, but it also covers a lot of history of the Chicago Bulls as well. But in episode 3 on Netflix, it's got Party Man. I think that Prince probably would have been okay with that because he was a huge Michael Jordan fan. He loves basketball. He probably would have been okay with that licensing. But every single time that I hear Prince's music pop up on a TV show or pop up in a movie, I immediately think that's something else that the estate was like, okay, that's fine. Let's do that. Yeah, Danielle says The Golden Circle. Yeah, but it was called something else. It was like Kingsman 2. Yeah, April, thank you. Kingsman 2 was the name of the movie. And it had Prince's Let's Go Crazy, and it was like blared on this car stereo, like for almost the whole friggin' song. And it's this huge fight scene that lasts like 2.5 minutes, and it's just Prince's Let's Go Crazy is just playing in the background as the soundtrack to this huge fight scene. It's just weird to hear his music kind of come over. That was something we just never saw. Prince had such a hard thumb on all that stuff. He was just not a big fan of freely licensing out his music. It just wasn't something that he did. And I get it. I get why he did it. It is what it is. So I want to try to dig and find a really good song to take a little bit of a break. Lenny says I'm going to watch Kingsman 2 just for that. Well, you don't have to watch it long because I think it happened. If I remember correctly, I think it happens in the first 15 minutes of the movie. So there you go. Terry says, is it affiliated to WB where they own the music? There's that. I don't know. But I think the estate, now that before Prince passed away, all of the rights did come back to Prince. So WB still had some capabilities, but I don't think the music licensing, they had the ability to distribute the music, but I don't think that, I don't know. I'm going to pick a little bit of a track. I'm going to see if I can find some really, really cool track here to find. We played Cosmic Day. We already played that. I'm going to find a really cool deep track. And let's see here. I just want to find a really cool Prince track to play. And then what we'll do is we'll take a little bit of a break, and then we'll come back and we'll answer some more of your questions. Like Danielle's got a question here. It says, Mr. C, do you have any Under the Cherry Moon insider info? What kind of info would you like? Got lots of things. I mean, there's all kinds of things for Under the Cherry Moon. I don't know, or Parade in general. What kind of stuff would you like to know? What do you want to hear? Nicole says, Mr. C, I sent the investigation to you today. Oh, I got to hear all this stuff. This is going to be pretty amazing. Let's play If I Could Get Your Attention, which is another great deep track, but this one is a version with horns and strings. Horns and strings. If I Could Get Your Attention with horns and strings, this is another one that's going to be ending up on, it's going to be ending up on some album sometime soon. But this particular album, this particular song, if I remember correctly, this one was supposed to end up on one of his last albums, and it just kept getting shifted around, and we found a home for it. We did. We were paying attention. If I Could Get Your Attention right here on Funkatopia Radio, and we'll be back with your questions. If you are not on Facebook, please send me your questions to funkatopia@gmail.com, funkatopia@gmail.com. And for right now, let's play this song right here. Enjoy. I'm going to also find some other songs to play too. Let's see. All right, that's what we got here. Why did he pick her as the leading lady in Under the Cherry Moon? She sucked in my opinion. I don't think there was ever an alternate. I honestly don't believe that there was ever an alternate actress. He really felt like she really fit the part. The part that he was looking for Under the Cherry Moon. Now, obviously with Purple Rain, that was totally different. With Purple Rain, Apollonia's part was supposed to be played by Vanity. And then Vanity, after she read the script, I guess she did a little bit of work to kind of move towards it. But they weren't going to pay her enough. If I remember correctly, I want to say that I think I just read this too. She wanted like $1 million or something ridiculous to do the show, to do the movie. And Prince was like, can't do that. And so Vanity was not able to be in it. I'd be interested to know exactly. I kind of tried to process that in my head to figure out what this movie would have been like had Vanity been in it, as opposed to Apollonia. That's really interesting. I think it would have been an interesting movie. I think it would have been a little bit darker. Apollonia kind of added a little bit of bubblegum to it. But I think Vanity would have been much more sultry and had that seductive thing going on. I certainly would have enjoyed the Lake Minnetonka scene with Vanity. I definitely would have. Not that Apollonia didn't do a phenomenal job. Apollonia, you did amazing in the Lake Minnetonka, not Lake Minnetonka scene. I would have loved to have seen Vanity in that scene as well. So there's that. But with Under the Cherry Moon, what Prince was looking for was a very and that was If I Could Get Your Attention, and that's the horns and string version. We have been talking a little bit offline about, somebody asked, was there somebody else that was considered for that lead role in Under the Cherry Moon? And, I said, as far as I was aware, the only person that was ever considered for that role was Kristen Scott Thomas. That's the only person that I was aware that was ever made available for that role. And there were some other things, like with Purple Rain, Vanity was supposed to be in the movie. He had actually written the part for Vanity, but once Vanity wasn't in it, it really kind of changed the whole process. It changed everything. I mean, we were just talking a little bit offline about how Vanity would have been very much seeing all kinds of comments in here. Vanity would have been played a very different way. It would have been way darker. I think not darker, but it just would have had a little bit more, because Vanity is way more sultry. Not that Apollonia wasn't, but Vanity just had this very sultry vibe to her. And so I think that part would have played out a lot differently as opposed to Apollonia's part, which I said on here that Apollonia's part was, kind of add a little bit more bubble, a little bit more pop to it, which I think worked better for it. I can't honestly say that Purple Rain wouldn't have been as successful had Vanity been in it. I just think it would have had a completely different feel. And it definitely would have. And April said it would have been a real Sex in the Barn if Vanity was in it. Well, according to a couple people that were on set that we interviewed on Funkatopia, it was real sex in the barn in Purple Rain. They were kind of freaking out. They were like, this is really happening right now. And they were actually recorded. That's the reason why that particular scene in the movie is not, because it was pretty much an X-rated scene. They were actually, according to multiple people that were there, Prince and Apollonia were actually having sex in that barn. And they felt like it was just, they felt like, oh, well, we'll just record it. And people that were on the set were like, that's real. That's really happening right now, right in front of us. And I can't, who was it? It wasn't Tony. Was it Wally and Tony, and that whole group was like, that's really happening, really going down. So I don't think that it would have been any different with Apollonia, with Vanity in the mix. Now, I don't know if anybody has read Big Chick's book, White Slave, which is not about being a white guy who's a slave to Prince or anybody else. That's not what the title of the book is. It's called White Slave. I don't have the physical copy of the book. I bought it on Kindle and I read it. It's real easy read. You can read it in one sitting. But there's a lot of information in there about some of the stuff that was going on with Prince and Vanity before Purple Rain broke. He told all types of stories about Prince, of him. Prince was late getting on a bus, and he'd go up to the hotel room, and he'd open up the hotel room, and Prince and Vanity would be in the shower. And if you guys want to hear some stories that will make your hair curl, Big Chick's book called White Slave, you probably want to check it out. And you got to be okay with grammatical errors. You got to be okay with it not being like, it's not going to win any literature awards. Let's put it that way. But there's a lot of stories in there. There's some pretty shocking stories about Lisa in there. There's some pretty shocking stories about Vanity in there. There's some pretty shocking stories for a lot of people around. I mean, Chick does not hold out on anybody in this book. Some of it's kind of just, schoolyard type of stuff. It really is. But there's a lot of stuff that's going on there in that book that's just, oh my God. It's crazy. Crazy. Yes. We're talking about Danielle. We're all talking about cocaine. White Slave is about the fact that he was a slave to coke. And that's what it's about. And if you actually look at the cover, I think White Slave is written in cocaine. So that's what it's about. Sorry, I didn't specify any of that. There it is. So let's see. Arlene says, also, wasn't Vanity offered the role of Mary Magdalene in Scorsese's Last Temptation of Christ? I believe it. She said the filming would have coincided with filming Purple Rain, but then Scorsese's movie was postponed. So yeah, there was another thing too. It wasn't just that Vanity wasn't really a fan of the role, but she had a conflicting schedule. But on top of that, she, it was what it was. Anyways. So yes, Joe, you need to add that to the reading list. It's a quick read for sure. I am rereading Maite's book, which is right there. Can you hand me the book? It was right there. It's not there now. Where did it go? Yes. I'm rereading Maite's book because I felt like the first time I read it, I kind of zoomed through it, and I wanted to make sure that you picked this up. This book, there are some books that are written about Prince, which I feel are just kind of, why did you even bother writing that? Because it just seems like it really seems like a cash in. I'm not going to call out names. I'm just not going to call out names. There's some books that I just feel like they aren't, save your money type of thing. Not really a whole bunch revealed and everything, but there are a few favorite books that I have. One of them is obviously Dwayne Tudor's book, Prince and the Purple Rain Era Studio Sessions, which is probably my all-time favorite Prince book, just because of how much information is in there and how factual it is and how he backs up all the facts that are in there. One of my other favorite books is this one right here, The Most Beautiful, My Life with Prince, Maite Garcia. This book is so friggin' good. It's written intelligently. It's done in a way that is smart. It's intriguing. Obviously, it's focused on her life with Prince, but many people will say that out of all the relationships that Prince had, this was probably one of the most endearing ones to a lot of people. And what's good about it is it's actually got lots of great photos in it, and it's actually a good size book. It's not a book that you're going to like, it's a good size book. You can still read it on a vacation, but it's a good size book. It's got a lot of information. It's just intelligently written. It's so difficult to find books that are well written. This one is well written. So if you guys have not picked this one up yet or have not purchased it, do so. Please pick it up. It's such a friggin' great album. And maybe one day we'll have Maite on the show. But I read the book before, but I kind of skimmed through it and just kind of looking at some of the details, and if something caught my interest, I'd stop and read it. I actually wanted to really spend time and actually go through it. She's making noises behind me. I actually wanted to go through it and read it in detail and really kind of just spend some quiet time with it. But there it is. The Most Beautiful, My Life with Prince, Maite Garcia's book. Just an amazing book. I highly suggest picking it up. It's good. So there's that. Maite, great selection of, and you know what's awesome is that, I'm seeing some people mention on Facebook that there was an audio version of this. I did not know there was an audio version of this, that Maite actually reads the whole book. I would love to read that. I would love to hear that. I'm just not in my car enough. So I prefer reading. I prefer sitting and just kind of, taking it in, but I imagine it would be a great listen, for sure. It's immense. Cammie says, what? That's crazy. I don't know what she's referring to. She's probably referring to the comment that I made about the barn. So let's skip past all that. Let's get back to the original question. The original question was anybody really considered, other than Kristen Scott Thomas, was anybody considered for that role under the Cherry Moon? As far as I am aware, and maybe Jerome Benton might be able to answer this question, but as far as I am aware, no. Kristen Scott Thomas really fit the role that he was trying to, he was trying to find somebody who was a white lady who could really play the role of somebody who was really stuck up and privileged, and that he was kind of a little bit of a pimp, and he had to, or not a pimp, a gigolo, and he had to kind of woo her. And it had to be somebody who was going to eventually end up being endearing to the audience, but that could still come across very hard. And, you've heard the clip many times. You've heard the clip of the Rekisto. Really now? All that stuff where it's just like, really now? Oh, God knows. She plays that part to a T. And so I think that's really what Prince was looking for. I don't think that he was looking for anything really vastly different than what she was doing. So it just, it is what it is. Maite's book, April says, Maite's book also shows teenagers to do what you love and how to save money. She was worth $100,000 when she met him at 16. So when Maite met Prince, she was already worth $100,000 just as a 16-year-old dancer. And she just knew how to focus. Terry says Lenny Kravitz's book should be a good read. He has a book. I didn't know that Lenny Kravitz, maybe I did know that. Does Lenny Kravitz have a book? Is that out yet? I would love to hear it. On the one book I can tell you, Sheila E., The Beat of My Own Drum, that book really caused a lot of, that book came out when Prince was alive. And I do remember it causing a lot of problems between her relationship and Princess. So with Sheila E. and Prince, because there were some things that she said in it that really upset her. Really upset him, more or less. And she obviously wasn't willing to retract anything, but there were some things that she said. But I keep hearing all these friggin' stories about Sheila. But you know, it's funny because there's all these people. Apollonia seems to be the primary one. Apollonia seems to be coming up with a bunch of stories about Sheila. And it seems like she has just taken all kinds of swipes at this woman. And one of the things I can honestly say about Sheila is that Jill, I remember what I was going to bring up. One of the things I forgot. Jill, I forgot. Anyways, I'm going to bring it up, Jill. You know what I'm going to bring up. In Sheila's book, she obviously revealed a lot of things, but one of the things I can say about Sheila is that she has not responded to any of this stuff that Apollonia is coming out with. So that's kind of good. She's just kind of taking the higher road. But anyways, what I remembered was that Sheila released a brand new music video. I don't know if anybody has seen it. Has anybody seen this brand new music video with Sheila? No, I'm not talking about Lemon Cake. I'm talking about Everyday People, which is a remake of Sly and the Family Stone's song Everyday People. And she actually has Freddie Stone in the video also. But there are, at the end of the video, I guess a couple years ago, I guess is the story. A couple of years ago, she had requested that some people create little teeny video clips of them singing Everyday People, and that she said that she would incorporate it into a video when she got done creating it. Well, that was a couple years ago, and the video just never happened. The song never happened, or maybe the song happened. It was just kind of sitting shelved. And now, out of the blue, last week, not even a week, it hasn't even been out a week yet, or maybe it has, I don't know. Brand new video came out for Everyday People, and it's mostly her and the band playing, but then there's this short section towards the end of the video that's not even a minute. It's not even a minute. That features a lot of folks. Rich Cranmore, Irresistible Rich, he's in it. Our very own Funkatopia Jill, she's in it. It is, Jill says January 2019 is when they did it. So it's about a year and a half ago. Our very Miss Jill is in it. And I think there's some other people. Jill knows a whole bunch of people that were in it. Michelle is in it too. Michelle Douglas is in it. There's a bunch of people that are in Sheila E.'s video. So if you get an opportunity to watch Sheila E.'s video for Everyday People, there's a lot of Funkatopians in there. Jill's in there. Michelle's in there. And some of these people totally forgot that they were, that this had even happened, which is pretty amazing. It's kind of cool that to see some Funkatopians in the Sheila E. video. I totally missed it. I know that my good friend Alfonso Starr, he is actually putting together a video for a song, and he's asked a bunch of people to do some clips as well. So there's something coming from Alfonso. I don't know when. Alfonso, I don't even know if you're still online or not. If you are, got an update? Any update, Mr. Starr? Any update on that video? But I submitted a piece. I don't know if it'll make it in or not. I don't know if I made the cut. I don't know if I passed the audition, but it is, anyways, it's going to be fun. So cool. Yes. If you didn't watch all the video for Sheila E., you got to watch it all the way to the end. It's like the last minute of the video. It's like at 4 minutes. It's like right around the 4 minute mark. And then everything beyond there, then it breaks over to a bunch of clips. You won't see it. It's not part of the regular video. It's just, adios, young lady. You won't see it as part of the regular video. Sorry, my daughter is stepping out, and she is heading out. But it's going to be awesome. So there's that. And anyways, so let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll play some more music here, some more super deep cuts. How about a little bit of let's see, maybe Allegiance. That's a deep cut, right? Let's play a little bit of Allegiance right here on the Funkatopia Radio Show, and then we'll come back and we'll answer some more of your questions. Right now, it's Allegiance right here on Funked Up. Okay, well, you got school tomorrow, so you know we're still on. Yeah, you have school tomorrow. Okay. I don't know. Come here, look at this. That's a lot. We're looking at the orders for slime here, and there's a lot. So we got to make sure that we package up all this stuff. There's quite a bit in here. So we got to make sure that she can fill all these orders. But she's upset about her bedtime. But she starts school tomorrow. That's her official day to start school is tomorrow. So here in Georgia, in Gwinnett County, which is the biggest county in Georgia, they all start school tomorrow. So it's that. Huh? Yes. You're lucky it's not earlier than that. Yes. All right. She's arguing about her bedtime is basically what's happening here. So, all right. So what else you guys want to talk about when we come back? Yeah, Adriana, it's back to school. April, yeah, you're right. It does sound like Apollonia's book is going to be definitely a little bit disrespectful, for sure. I don't know if it's disrespectful. She's got to come. Unfortunately, she is saying something to the effect. Unfortunately, she is saying something to the effect that she is going to reveal a bunch of secrets, and she's going to reveal a bunch of things that people don't know. And my only word of caution to Apollonia is make sure that whatever you're saying, you're able to back it up. It's not just stuff that's coming out of your mouth. Make sure that you can back it up with some type of proof whatsoever, because I can tell you, everybody here, nobody has really seen much of you since Purple Rain. So if you're going to come out and you're going to take some swipes at other members of the Purple family, please be careful, because it may have the opposite effect that you're thinking. So let's just take it out. Take it down a notch. Let's just take it down a notch. Let's take it down a notch. Love for one another. That's not the love for one another side. I don't know what that is. Yeah, love for one another. Oh my gosh. So we're going to talk about that then. Morris said he's on. Okay, here we go. And that was Allegiance, another Prince Deep track. We got a couple more Prince Deep tracks in the mix for sure. And we got a lot of talk about books and stuff. We were just talking about the fact that Apollonia had divulged that her book is coming out. So she's creating a lot of controversy online to kind of build momentum by taking swipes at Sheila E., taking swipes at Maite, all types of different things. She's also really starting to actively participate in other Facebook people that are, I guess their whole presence on Facebook is designed to get up people's ire, to make them really kind of angry and frustrated. And that's just, that's just one of those things where it's just not a good idea, because you start to align yourselves with people that are not aligned with the Purple community, of the purple family, of the purple circle, or whatever you want to call them. And those are the people that you're trying to sell books to. The people that you are aligning yourself with on Facebook are not the people that are going to be buying your book. Or maybe they are, but you don't want to build yourself around controversy. And we were just kind of saying, in regards to Apollonia, if you're going to be releasing a book, please make sure that you're very, very careful about how you present it. I thought that Maite's book was phenomenal. I think that it was one of those books that dealt with a lot of really, really touchy subjects, but you can actually see it. You can kind of see it unraveling in a way. And it kind of put a human side to Prince, which a lot of people were not used to seeing, but she did it I think she did it in a way that really worked and that really kind of communicated. We knew that Prince was a little bit of had a little bit of a short fuse in some cases. And, even in Brown Mark's book, Brown Mark talks about some of the short fuse stuff that Prince had. Some of these books are so short. Kim Berry's book was so short, and Brown Mark's book was so short. Big Chick's book was so short. Some of these books seem to be coming out, and they're really, really super quick reads, which is one of the reasons why I appreciated Maite's book so much. It's just because it's a more meatier read. It feels like, I think it kind of adds legitimacy to everything that you're reading. But again, there's a lot of drama. Right, Andre saying no drama. But it is what it is. I think that there's so much that's out there that you can say. You can still say it and be respectful. You can still say it and still maintain respect regarding Prince's legacy. Lenny's giving her a name, Dramalonia. I love it. That's perfect. There's a way that you can kind of discuss what happened and talk about some of the things that happened. One of the things that was in Brown Mark's book that kind of took me by surprise. I'm not going to say it just because I want you to read it, because it's, I want you to continue supporting these people, but there's one little thing I can probably share. When Brown Mark first started out playing with Prince, he was playing and I guess he wasn't playing in the pocket, or was just not playing the style that Prince wanted. Brown Mark was sticking more to the rock approach of playing bass, and Prince wanted more of a pop thump type of thing. And I guess he wasn't communicating that well with Brown Mark. And while Brown Mark was playing, if Prince didn't like what Brown Mark was playing, he would come up behind him and kick him with his boots, like right in his butt. I mean, like would kick him hard. And he would say, I can't remember what the exact term was, like, play harder, play it right, or I'll, find somebody else to play. So it was like pretty hardcore for Brown Mark. And that's not the first time that I've heard a lot of interesting things about the way that, Prince was really, he drove his band members hard, but it was the way that Brown Mark kind of described it that it sounded like it really did happen. Because he wasn't trying to take swipes at it or anything. He was just kind of explaining what happened and how shocked he was. And that was it was just crazy. Terry, it's Brown Mark's book. Oh, that's right. I'm sitting here announcing about Brown Mark's book, and it's not even out yet. That's right. He gave me a press copy. I'm sorry. Where is it? Do I still have it? I do, I think. Yeah, I do. Sorry. It's not out yet. Here it is. I'm sorry. I'm divulging things about the book. It's not even out yet. That's because it says right there, advanced reading copy, not for sale. That's right. My bad. It comes out in September. It's Brown Mark's book, My Life in the... I'm telling you guys to go out of a book that's not even available yet. I forgot about that detail. Thank you. Thank you, Jill, for setting me on the right path. I I'm sorry, Mark. I better check my phone. Mark's probably texting me right now. You son of a. No, Mark hasn't texted me, so I'm still okay. Mark's not mad at me. That's the book right there. It's Brown Mark. If you're on Facebook, I'm showing the book. It's Brown Mark, My Life in the Purple Kingdom. And as it says right there in big pink circle, advanced reading copy, not for sale. So my apologies. Mark sent this to me. I read it because he wanted me to read it before we talked online. So I did. And it's awesome. It's good. It's pretty good size. You could still read it in one sitting, depending on how quickly you read. But it also has, cool pictures on the inside and whatnot. Really cool stuff. There it is. Another good book. Shorter book. Questlove actually did the foreword for it as well. So that's always good. We're just talking about Prince books. So Prince books. Lots of Prince books. Yeah, he was tough on his band members. Yeah, we all know that Prince was human. Whenever you hear me on the radio going, it's because I'm reading through posts. I'm trying to read questions, and I can't walk and chew gum at the same time, so it's a little bit of a problem for me. Anybody that has any requests for any deep Prince tracks, please send them to me. You can put them in your post, or you can send them to funkatopia@gmail.com. Again, that's funkatopia@gmail.com, which is FUNKATOPIA. And the reason why I always put that emphasis on the A is because when Prince used to always do posts about the show and do posts about anything on the website, he always called it Funktopia without the A. And so we would put funk, and they would put the URL in the middle, and then we go Topia. So we go funk, and then the URL, the web address to whatever he was talking about, and then he would put Topia. So he would always leave the A out. So as always, so I always have to make sure that people know that there is an A in there, and I'm not gonna, even when Prince was with us, and he did that multiple times, he would always put Funktopia, and he would always leave the A out. But I'm not gonna correct Prince. If he wants to say Funktopia, he can say Funktopia. And if you go to Google and you search for Funktopia, you're going to find me anyways, because there's no such place as Funktopia. And there's some domain squatter that's been sitting on Funktopia for a long time. And he wants something ridiculous. I think it's not ridiculous. It's not like an insane amount of money, but I mean, he wants something like $1,000 for it or something. And I'm just like, I don't even know why. Is it necessary? I mean, you guys know it's Funkatopia, right? Do I need to spend $1,000 just to buy that domain name just for those people who don't? It is what it is. Oh, yeah. All My Dreams. Oh, that's a great one. Somebody's requested All My Dreams, which is one of the most an absolute amazing songs. I am beside myself because of the fact that All My Dreams is going to be on the Sign of the Times Super Deluxe. First off, the version of this song that has been in constant rotation in our community has been amazing. It's a good recording quality. It's got a good sound quality. I don't know what more could be done to it, because it sounds like what was released was it does sound like what was released was the studio version, even though it's kind of been put back and forth. It's been handed back and forth, and it's kind of lost some of its polish and some of its luster. But I can't imagine the studio version being anything more than what it is already, which is already a masterpiece. It's one of the all-time best. It's one of the all-time best ones ever. It's crazy. It would be ridiculous if this song, All My Dreams, ended up being like an 8-minute song, like this one that we have, which is currently, it's already 7 minutes long already. But what if the version that we get is like 8, 9, 10 minutes long? It's like got extra stuff in it. I think my head would explode. I really honestly think my head would explode. And as I've mentioned many, many times, I will normally ask people who have worked with Prince creating stuff, like a lot of material. Like Third Eye Girl, I've asked both Donna, I've asked Donna and Ida. I've said, is there is there like tons of music that's out there that we have never heard before that is just what is a song that you really wish would be released? And so much of the stuff that they did was instrumental that it's just instrumental stuff. There's so much stuff that was recorded, and I would love to hear an album of nothing but those types of jams, like Boom Stratus, like Menstrual Cycle, like Octopus Heart, an album of Third Eye Girls, the instrumental stuff, and like the song that we were playing a little bit earlier. All those types of songs, all just on one album, like an hour of that. That's very much what Donna Grantis's album sounds like, by the way. If you like all that stuff, like the Menstrual Heart, like Octopus Heart, Menstrual Cycle, Octopus Heart, Boom. If you like that stuff, you need to get Donna Grantis's album, because Donna Grantis's album that's exactly what it is. It literally sounds like if you'd have said, and you didn't, if somebody released it and said, this is Prince, you'd have believed it. You'd have believed that it was Third Eye Girl era of Prince, and that's what it was. That's exactly what Donna Grantis's album sounds like. It's incredible. And I told her that, and it's amazing. So if you like that stuff and you don't really want to hold your breath for when that stuff is going to be released, if it ever sees the light of day, get Donna Grantis's album. It's so good. It's so friggin' good. Make sure you get it. In the meantime, let's do that. Let's play All My Dreams, and we will sit and hope that the released version that comes on Sign of the Times Super Deluxe is going to be maybe something just a little bit different. Maybe it's tweaked differently, mixed differently, maybe has different parts. But as I was saying, this song, All My Dreams, when I interviewed Brent Fisher, Claire Fisher's son, he's the one that kind of did a lot of Prince's orchestral arrangements after his father, Claire, died. I said, is there a song that is just absolute magic to you that you wish was released that was not get released? This was the song that he named. He said, All My Dreams, absolutely. So here it is. Let's play it. All My Dreams right here on the Funkatopia radio show. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about more stuff, more stuff. Here you go. Hey, Lynn, I love you too. Thank you so much. Love you, Lynn. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the positivity. So much positivity. Thank you so much. Yeah, and Lynn, you were actually on YouTube, which is Lucky's actually on YouTube too. It's so cool to see so many people watching on YouTube. And what's actually very, very cool, is that a lot of people did not, you may have missed the announcement. I don't know if you did or not, but something happened, and now our episodes for Funkatopia Live are being picked up by our iHeartRadio. So now all of our episodes are being pushed over to iHeartRadio. If you want to, you can go to iHeartRadio and episodes are there. The controversial episode that we had about the mystery of Prince's passing, that was on there now. There's a lot of stuff that's popping up on iHeartRadio now, so I am honored. So it's really, really cool. What's also awesome is it's so cool to see people are starting to get a little bit more traction on YouTube. We've not been very, very active on YouTube. I've used YouTube primarily for putting up concert clips, and there's been some stuff. Huge shout out to Michael Dean. Michael Dean was one of the ones that kind of pushed me down the video channel. He said, you really need to be on video. You really need to do things on video. It makes it a much, much better scenario. And it's it's far more tolerable than just audio. So please do it. And I said, okay. Started out on Zoom. Not really big, Zoom was okay, but it was so glitchy, and I really didn't know what was going on from one thing to another. And then he told me to try StreamYard, and so here we are in StreamYard. So a lot of our growth, I will tell you. Oh, Brian, thank you so. Brian said we're also on TuneIn Radio. That's very, very cool. So you can tune. And Terry, yes, we're on SoundCloud. We're on SoundCloud as well. I think it's SoundCloud/Funkatopia. I think that may not be the exact. If you go to SoundCloud.com and you search for Funkatopia, you're going to find us. All of our stuffers on there. So yeah, we're on TuneIn Radio. Thank you, Brian, for letting me know. TuneIn Radio, SoundCloud, YouTube, iHeartRadio, iTunes, the Apple Store. We mentioned SoundCloud, Radionomy. We're tons of them. So it's fantastic. As long as I can get the stuff edited and actually put on the RSS feed so that it properly gets pushed out, it goes out there too. Yes, April, you're right. Michael Dean is the bomb. Michael Dean is a good friend of mine. I love, bouncing ideas off of him. And everybody kind of brought a little bit of something to the table. And, many of you know that I'm good friends with Dr. Funkenberry. Jay's a great, great guy. He's been doing real well. I like that he's getting back into the mix. We've done a lot of talking about that. I've really I'm not the reason why he's coming back on. He was actually doing the video thing long before, because you remember he used to be on what was the name of that service that he used to be on with he used to do a co-hosting thing where it was him and I can't even remember. Anyways, he's been doing video for a long time, but then of course after Prince passed, he kind of stepped off. And Cammy, thank you for giving me the update on that total. That's awesome on the Music Cares Challenge. Thank you guys so much for the Music Cares Challenge. We'll talk about that in a second. I'll save that for when we come back on. But after Prince passed, he really went through a bout of depression. I kind of felt like this. I'm talking personally, and that's really not my business to say. But I kind of felt like he was really going through it, and I feel like he's starting to kind of get back in. He's starting to be more comfortable about presenting himself online. I think he's getting back into the mix, and he's kind of making things work for himself again. And I'm proud of him. He's a good guy. I love Jay, and I wish him nothing the best. And I hope he does. I hope he keeps moving. I hope he keeps working on that, and I hope he keeps moving forward. And it has nothing to do with me. I know him and I have talked for many hours on the phone, but it has nothing to do with me. It just has to do with him and the progress that he's making for himself. And so whenever he goes online, whenever he's saying he's doing a live show, please make sure and you get online and support him and watch some of his shows. He's been able to get hold of some really, really cool guests lately, and absolutely good dude. So be sure to support Michael Dean. Make sure that you support Funkenberry, support Prince's friend, support all those folks. There's so many people that are out there that are actually doing some really cool stuff. I know Real Music Radio is doing some cool stuff. They're actually representing Jelly Bean now. I think Jelly Bean Johnson's got a brand new website that's going to be launching, I think, tomorrow. I think it's jellybean-johnson.com. Got less than a minute here. jellybean-johnson.com. And if it's already up, but I think it's officially supposed to release tomorrow, I think. And I think what's interesting about it is if you go to the contact area for any of his press inquiries, it's going to one of the girls, the girl that is one of the partners of Real Music Radio. So I guess Real Music Radio is now actively involved in working with Jelly Bean Johnson. So good luck getting him on the show now. You know me, I'm going to be stupid. I got to say something stupid. All right, we got 18 seconds. What am I missing here? Okay, let me tell you. We got it coming on back. All right, that was All My Dreams, and one of my favorite, all-time favorite tracks, which I'm so excited about, coming out on Sign of the Times. And I am just, I bought, remember the chair before this one that I had? This is a pretty cool chair, but the chair I had before this one had so many, it would make these fart noises. So every time I move it would go, wah, wah. And this one is even worse. This is a brand new chair. It's not a cheap chair. And it's just makes so much racket. I can't even. So we were talking offline, facebook.com/Funkatopia. We were talking about all the people that are out here doing what I'm doing here, but some people are doing different things and doing different things better. Obviously, as you can tell with our show, this is Funkatopia. It's not Princeatopia, even though we are very, very, very heavily slanted Prince without any doubt. Okay, let's just go ahead and get clear. And you've heard the bumper. It's mostly Prince. We do. Just because of the fact that when you look at funk music, there weren't a lot of artists that were kind of doing, and there's no other artist that has this volume of music like this. No other artist has this kind of volume of music. Just none. I can't think of any artist that has this volume of music. Actually, I can't. Quincy Jones actually has this volume of music. Many people don't realize this, but that man has so much. He has produced so much, and he's worked with so much, and he's had his hands in so many things. I want to say I saw some special on him. Where he had like 70 something albums or something, like, I don't know. It was something ridiculous. So yeah, there are people that are out there that are, anyways, we've been doing a lot of cool things. As you see, we kind of expanded our reach as far as who we're talking to. We had the honor of being able to interview the one and only CeeLo Green. He was on the show. Love talking with CeeLo. He was such a cool dude. Actually got an opportunity to meet and work with Bootsy Collins, another great and legendary funk bassist, Bootsy Collins. And not only we got an opportunity to interview Bootsy, but Bootsy is officially working. Bootsy Collins and the Bootsy Collins Foundation are officially working with Funkatopia. And if you missed the beginning of the show on October 20 something, I want to say it's the 21st, I think. I think it's October 21st. They're going to be doing a special announcement about working with Funkatopia. So Bootsy Collins and Funkatopia will be working together on various projects and whatnot. One of the projects that we're working on right now is a project for MusiCares, which MusiCare, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Don't worry. If you have been here since the beginning, I'm not going to do the whole shebang, but I'm going to give a little bit of a brief synopsis. The MusiCares program is a program that is designed to raise money to support artists and musicians who are having a very, very difficult time during the pandemic. Because just like we are itching to see concerts, guess what? These artists that are playing these concerts, some of them, a lot of them, many of them, most of them, that's what they do for a living. That's how they make their money. That's how they put food on their tables. That's how they pay their bills. That's how they keep their lights on. That's how they keep gas in the car. That's what they do. And they are literally struggling right now. And MusiCares takes in revenue to help those artists. And that is ultimately what you want to do. You want to help artists as much as you possibly can for all the concerts and music that you have enjoyed and has saved your life and brought you through the hard times over all these years. Now's your time to repay. Now's your time to come back and help support. So Bootsy Collins came up with a MusiCares challenge, and he created a brand new song with a bunch of artists called Stars. And he's raising money for those artists and those musicians that are experiencing hard times. Andy came to Funkatopia and he asked us if we would be willing to help. And we said yes. And not only are we helping, but we also reached into our personal collections. I reached into my own personal collection and got a bunch of Prince memorabilia. And for every $5 that you donate, you get an entry into these prize packages, which are just ridiculous right now. Everything from original Morris Day tour programs to collector Prince magazine books, DVDs, albums, and books, and autographed merchandise from Bootsy Collins himself, a custom pair of star glasses from Bootsy Collins made by Shine. That's all great. And we have 3 prize packages, not just one. One of them is huge. And then we have an original artwork from Mary A. Johnson. All this stuff is going into this grand prize package. We got 3 different prize packages. So for every $5 that you donate, you get an entry into this. So, but you have to remember, you go and donate, and then you got to remember to send me the receipt so that I can enter you into the contest, because I'm not tied to Music Cares. This has nothing to do with, I'm not making any money off of this. Bootsy's not making any money off of this. This is all stuff that's coming out of our private collections and our efforts. So you donate, then you send the receipt to shout@funkatopia.com. And for every $5 that you donate, you will get an entry into this amazing grand prize package. And I'm going to do my best to take a picture of all the stuff that's in this prize package, because it's ridiculous. It's so much stuff. And on top of that, an amazing Funkatopian named Michelle Bryant, she actually donated a bunch of stuff as well. She sent me a huge box of more Prince Collectors magazines, plus some DVDs, plus she's sending some bags that actually have like of the Prince logo. I think it's like sequins or rhinestones or something. And it's like these Prince bags and stuff. So we're going to add that to the prize package. So just 3 prize packages, and all the prize packages are ridiculous. If you want to enter that contest, Cammie just informed me that we're already at $2,800, which is amazing. I'm sure that will help so many of these artists. I mean, that's just fantastic. And for every $500 mark that we cross, once we crossed the $1,000 mark, we added more prizes. Once we crossed the $1,500 mark, we added more prizes. For every $500 mark that we cross, we add more prizes to all 3 of the prize packages. So all 3 of these prize packages are getting ridiculous. It's just, I mean, it's going to cost me, the grand prize one is going to cost me a lot of money to send. But, you know, Bootsy Collins, on top of that, he is also going to be personally autographing stuff as well. And you still, I mean, even though there's a lot of entries here, there's not a whole bunch of people who have done it. Most of that money came from a certain core group of people. So it's not like there's 2,800 people. It's like, that's not what it is. I don't know how many people there are, but you got a good chance to win stuff. That's what I'm saying to you. So it's, I'm just telling you, it's good. Here's where you go. givelynow.com/o/stars/Funkatopia. I know that's long. Gively now, Gively, givelynow.com/o/stars. That's all you got to remember. If you want to add the /Funkatopia on the end of it, that's perfectly fine. It just lets them know that you heard about it on Funkatopia, so that I get credit for sending stuff the way. I really don't care. I want you to take care of the artist. It doesn't matter whether or not they see it coming from me. It's perfectly fine. givelynow.com/o/stars. Just remember that. And then the important part, send the receipt that they send you to me at shout@funkatopia.com. I will respond and I will tell you how many entries you got. If you donate $20, you got 4 entries. If you donate $100, you got 20 entries, whatever it is. It's pretty awesome. So I just wanted to make sure that we say that one more time. There are 68 donors, Cammie says. Thank you. 68 donors. But let me tell you this. Even though there's 68 donors that are part of that mix right now, I maybe have, maybe a dozen and a half, maybe a dozen and a half people who have actually sent me their receipts. So even though there's 68 donors, and I know that most of those donors are Funkatopians, they have not sent me the receipts. And if they don't send me the receipts to shout@funkatopia.com, you're not getting entered for the contest. If you've donated to this Music Cares Challenge, you need to send me that receipt or you will not be in the drawing. There are not 68 people. There are not 68 people who have sent me the receipts. I'm just telling you. Not even a couple dozen. So even if you did it right now, you'd have like a 1 in 24. Not like that, but there's like maybe a dozen and a half people that have sent me, and some of them have 10 entries and some of them have 20. So I'm just telling you, you could win because people are not following through and sending me the receipt. I get it. Some people just want to donate just to donate. They don't care about the drawing. I got that. I'm just telling you, if you're thinking, oh, I'll never win, you've got a really good shot at winning. That's just what I'm telling you. And again, if you're on facebook.com/Funkatopia, Cami put up the address, and I will also put up the address here as well, because I want to make sure that our friends anywhere else that are listening on YouTube and whatnot also have the opportunity to see this URL. I'm posting it in the chat area right now. Donate and send me the receipt. There are not 68 people that are in this mix right now that have sent me receipts. I'm just telling you, there's not. So, and you cannot get entered unless you send me the receipts. Just saying. Okay, there's enough of that. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, anything else we wanted to talk about here? Yeah, so I mentioned Quincy about him having like this huge library, and one of the things we are talking about, one of the things we were also talking about that little clip that appeared on some BBC documentary from the 80s where Quincy was bad-mouthing Prince, saying he's okay. He's not a great piano player. He's not that great of an artist. He's okay. I mean, he had some chords on piano. But what's funny about the BBC documentary, the way they kind of put it together, is they said he knows some chords, and then they would switch over to Prince sitting at the piano, just tickling the ivories up and down the, and then so they were like going back and forth about, Quincy would say something negative. He knows a few chords, and they would just go back and forth with Prince playing the piano and just killing it on this piano. So it was really well done at how they were kind of letting Quincy say his piece, and then they were switching over to Prince to kind of disprove what he said. It really put a lot of a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. It's just funny. It's just funny. It's just funny. Brian says, shh, it increases my chances of winning, LOL. And everybody's like, I agree. Shut up, Chris. Don't do that. Hey, I would love to just everybody to win. I absolutely positively would love everybody to win. But it's the other thing too. And also, I want to take this opportunity. I think we're going to kind of wrap things up here, because I just want to wrap things up, because these free-for-alls just can kind of go really haywire really, really quick. And we'll play a bunch more Prince music. Don't worry. Yes, we also want to talk about the fact that Quincy, when that was recorded, Quincy was very, very upset about the whole We Are the World thing. There was so much that was going on, and Quincy wanted Prince to do the We Are the World thing, and Prince offered to write the song or create music for the album itself, but they were just upset that he wouldn't. They thought that he was being too good to come in and not be in the same room with Bruce Springsteen and Cyndi Lauper and Bob Dylan and Lionel Richie and all the people that were in the room at that time. And Stevie Wonder was in the room, and all these people were in the room, and he was upset that Prince wouldn't participate. And I think there was a lot of other stuff that went on. There was a whole debacle, and it was going on and on forever. I mean, there's a whole debacle with the James Brown appearance where Michael Jackson and Prince were on stage, and Prince fell off the stage. And apparently afterwards he tried to run over Michael Jackson with his car. It's just drama. Just lots of drama. It's just so funny. So anyways, I just think he was just hardcore. So there's that. Anyways, so where was I? How was I wrapping up? Oh, so we got lots of Prince music coming up. I'm going to play, matter of fact, I'm going to play Boom Stratus. I want to play that song because as soon as I mentioned it, Boom Stratus and Menstrual Cycle and also what was the other Octopus Heart. As soon as I mentioned those, I was just like, man, I really want to hear those songs. So I'm going to play all of them too. So Chapter and Verse, that's another one. Oh my gosh, Chapter and Verse. So I'm going to play all those songs to close out the night for sure. So if you didn't like the Third Eye Girl era, this particular, all these unreleased tracks, then you can go ahead and tune out because I'm going to play all of them just because I love them so much. So we'll play those to close out this 10 o'clock hour for sure. And thank you guys so much also for any orders that were done on 2georgiagirls.com, TWO spelled out, 2georgiagirls.com. For those of you that did not tune in, it is a therapeutic slime that was a company that was put together by my daughter and her friend, where they're making therapeutic slime, not just slime that's just for kids. It's not really for kids. It's not. It's slime for adults. Matter of fact, we have that domain name too, slimeforadults.com and 2georgiagirls.com spelled out. But you can order slime that actually has therapeutic qualities. It has hemp seed oil and argan oil and all the stuff that's good for your skin and good for inflammation and good for reducing, pain and stiffness in your hands. And also has like intoxicating smells like lavender and sandalwood and lemongrass and all this and nag champa and it's crazy. It's amazing. It's really addicting. I know there's some people in here that have for sure have already ordered it and already received it. And everybody's like, Cammie ordered 2. We sent her 2 and now she's ordered 3 more. So big shout out to Cammie for sure. Big shout out. And there's that. Michelle Bryant, if you're still online, I don't know if you saw this, you heard Peppermint Patty. Thank you so much for your contributions to the Music Curious Challenge. She also sent you a private message. I don't know if you saw it or not, but she also sent you a private message. And it is what it is. Thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate it. I told you I was going to do a shout out. Again, another shout out to Jill and Michelle and all those folks that were on, got to be on Sheila E's video. Make sure you check that out. Sheila E's video, Everyday People. That is so cool to actually see some Funkatopian faces, including Rich Cranmore, aka Irresistible Rich. He's actually on there too. It's so cool that you guys were actually able to be on the show. It's just silly. It's silly. Also got some requests for Can I Play With You, Dance with the Devil, Moonbeam Levels. That's some requests from Lisa. We will get those on for sure. And Bert says I played 2 deep cuts he's never heard before. He says in 20 minutes you played 2 deep cuts I've never heard before, Allegiance and something else. So stay tuned, Bert, because we got some more coming for you too that you may or may not have heard. And what I'm going to do is I am going to load up the rest of the night for the next hour and a half. I'm going to load it up with all deep cuts. So this is where you're going to be for the next hour and a half. So stay put. We're going to play tons of stuff. And yeah. Arlene says, when is it going to be available in Canada? The slime? I have to check to see what it will cost to send it there. Super cute. Let me write that down too. Got to put super cute on there. I got to find out what it costs to send it there because it's not cheap for sure. I tell you what, Arlene, send me your address to shout at Funkatopia. Send me your address and let me see how much it costs and I'll see what I can do for you. Okay. Lenny Beeson also wants to hear, Misunderstood by Microwave. Huge shout out to Microwave, special guest. Album from 1987, Cooking from the Inside Out. Microwave. He actually made an appearance on this show. The first time he's made an appearance anywhere since 1987. It's been 33 years since he's even showed his face online or in an interview. And he's going to be doing his interview with Funkatopia exclusively right here on Funkatopia. First interview in 33 years. Microwave, Cooking from the Inside Out. Matter of fact, that would be a really, really great track. A really, really great track to come in. Let me pull that up. Let me see if I can. Let me see if we'll pull that up. Anyways, yes, we'll play that next. Actually, we'll play that first. And then we're going to break into all the stuff. We'll play Misunderstood by Microwave. Again, he's going to be on the show on Funkatopia. First interview in 33 years. That's incredible. I'll tune out for right now. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I'll make sure this interview or this free-for-all is going to be up on Patreon, and I'll make sure I save it also so that you guys can listen on iHeartRadio or iTunes or wherever it is. We're just going to have this. Yep. Thank you for all you guys' support. It's been phenomenal. We'll talk to you guys soon, okay? For right now, Misunderstood by Microwave right here on the Funkatopia Radio Show and a bunch of other stuff. So don't go anywhere. Thank you. Goodbye. Listen to that. Are you kidding me? Man, this was the jam. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, don't sleep on this. Y'all better recognize. Yes. Anyways. Good night, everyone. Turn on the Funked Up app and listen to this stuff without me chattering over it. You got to check this stuff out. Good night, everyone. Lenny, Jill, Cammie, Sylvia. Yeah. Rich. Welcome. Irresistible Rich in the house. Making his debut appearance on Sheila E's video. Danielle. April. Donna. Brian. Arlene. All y'all. Love all you. We'll talk to you guys soon. Good night.